Wanderers, welcome to episode 204, season 2, episode 4. Before we get into it, just a friendly reminder. If you're watching this on YouTube, well, thank you, of course, but go ahead and make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel. If you're not listening or watching this on YouTube, go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, go to our YouTube channel and subscribe. We're also on all social media platforms and would love to hear from you. This week's episode is brought to you by... Today's episode is brought to you by 4. Yes, Smoke. I repeat, 4 businesses. It's official. We've gotten that big now where we can charge enough that it takes 4 businesses to be our title sponsor.
You know it.
Okay, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Maybe one day. But we do have 4 great businesses that are bringing you this episode. What 4 are they? Well, Mace, I'm glad you asked.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of Huntingburg Machine Works?
Yes.
Smoke. You ever heard about Gasser Electric?
Well, hell yeah.
And I'm sure we've all heard of Love Excavating. And let's not forget about CT Repairs. Your toilet, hot water heater, or furnace is acting up? Well, give them a call at Huntingburg Machine Works. Faced with an electrical issue or adding an addition and need electric work? Call Gasser Electric. Need a septic tank, some demolition work, or need to bury a water line or anything? Call Love Excavating today. Smoke? Your hot rod isn't running so hot? Well, damn. They've got CT Repairs to get you back on the road. And CT Repairs does oil changes, tire rotations, brake work, works on heavy equipment and farm equipment too. A big thank you to all of our friends at Huntingburg Machine Works, Gasser Electric, Love Excavating, and CT Repairs.
The Wondering Dutchmen podcast.
Where none of us are Dutch, but we all live in Holland, Indiana. Join us where we talk about what we all wonder about. This is the Wondering Dutchmen podcast coming to you from the friendly confines of Smoker's Lounge.
Yeah.
The Wondering Dutchmen.
Here we go. Episode 204. We are locked and loaded, ready to go. Today, for reference, is November 15th. This will be airing the day after Thanksgiving on November 24th, 2023. We're here in Smoker's Lounge on this wonderful Wednesday night.
Yep.
Let's just break down the fourth wall, Dave. Rip the Band-Aid off, buddy.
Well, you're going to have to get your mic closer to you.
Oh, I didn't think I was talking yet.
Well, Dave, I'm bringing you into the fold.
Yeah.
We have seen the Jekyll and Hyde, not like in a bad way, because like Jekyll was the bad guy, killed people, or was Hyde. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
It's only bad if you just count them for no good reason.
Yeah, this is true. So Dave last episode was good. We had good Dave. We had fun Dave. We had a little bit of an issue, and now we're going to try, Big Mason and I are at the end of this, hopefully are going to raise our buddy's spirits to where he's smiling, Dave.
Oh, we'll be smiling.
We had a little bit of... There it is. That's that awkward family photo when you're 5 and you don't know how to smile, so you just grind your teeth together. When we do this, we're not...
Technology sucks big fat mule dicks. I'll say it right out of the gate. Sometimes you make mistakes, and you got to go back and retrace your steps, and you waste a lot of time, and David's really, really mad about it. But guess what? It's over. We're done. Water is flowing under the bridge actively.
And just to clarify, you and I didn't screw up. Like, he's not mad at us.
Whoa. Yeah, we didn't.
But we're a team.
Yeah.
We're all mad.
It's a tripod.
We're... Shucks, dad nabbit.
I'm going to eat jerky just because I'm...
Your emotional eating.
Yeah.
TikTok user 679 would be proud of your emotional eating. Clarify.
Just don't tell him about that jar of peanut butter I got hoarded in my underwear drawer.
Oh, that's awkward. I thought. Well,
I really don't do that, but I do know people that have. I mean, I'm.
And we're not making light of if you have an emotional eating disorder or something like that.
Sometimes I get sad and
tongue in cheek.
Strap into a bowl of ice cream. Do you ever do that?
Not much of a sweet.
I know, me neither. But like ice cream would be like,
Janelle eat a bowl of ice cream every night.
yeah. So I don't know. Sometimes chocolate, something sweet. You know what I mean? Like
She likes that.
Justin's always like, "Ooh, I got a sweet tooth. What do we have in the cabinet?" I'm like, maybe some Halloween candy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
from
Nothing.
2021 because we haven't eaten all of it through right there. Janelle likes that. What is that brand? But they have a chocolate truffle.
Oh, you know,
Byers. Is it Byers? Is
Something
Byers the
like
brand?
that, Briars.
Troyers.
I think it's Briars.
Oh, they sell brats at Marvel.
Yeah. But they have a chocolate truffle that she likes to dabble in on the evening. So
I like a good mustard potato salad.
Oh yeah.
there we go. So big fella, how's your week been?
Had an anniversary last weekend.
Still married after all these years.
Yeah, believe it or not, 12 years.
Dave, you want to know what the over/under was at their wedding?
I mean, I don't know what.
Were you there?
No.
Then how do you know?
I have people on the inside.
Oh yeah, little inside baseball.
6.5. A lot of people took the under.
We doubled it.
Double is 13, Rain Man.
Oh yeah, that's why
Mm.
almost.
Nearly.
We
almost,
will.
almost Rain Man or almost doubled it?
You're done.
Okay.
She had to work on the actual day, but then we went to the Schnitz the night before for dinner. Had a nice time. A little let down on some things, but it's all right. I mean, not with the Schnitz, but just in other things. And
Poor performance on your part.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
Couldn't
No,
didn't
like,
limber up before
like we
the
had
late
to wait
night
7
activities?
hours for the ice cream that we brought home for the kids because that's what we did. And like, I don't know. It was short and sweet lived, but it was awesome because we literally left the kids at home, went to eat, brought them some ice cream back, and then we came home and watched a movie and literally went to bed. It was
Do you think it would have gone faster if they'd have brought the ice cream with your meals?
Oh boy. Hey, you know what, Dave?
He's back,
Dave,
baby!
I was really trying to take your side earlier.
By the way, you know how many people that I got text messages from that were like, was Lindemann like, did he hit the stupid tree on the way in the door that night or what?
Why?
Because you couldn't grasp the concept that David and I were trying to relay. Like,
Well, you know what I say to those people?
well, go pound sand, I'm
Yeah.
sure, but like you just like you
Conceptually, it was
you
wrong.
were wrong.
No, you were wrong.
No, you were wrong.
Hey, you know what? Fuck you guys.
I love it.
Edit that one, Dave.
I'm going home.
Yeah, well,
But other than that, anniversary.
I don't know if I can catch all the F-bombs a second time.
Who cares? Let her rip at this point. Work's been pretty good. The weather's absolutely crazy for November. Like we were literally shoveling asphalt in short sleeves today. I'm not complaining, but like Saturday morning,
it's going to be chilly.
like when we bust out the old orange hats, it can go ahead and start chilling down.
It's going to. Friday's rain.
Did you see the temperature
Saw the forecast.
between
yeah.
Thanksgiving and Cyber Monday? It's going to get cold again. They said like almost 8 degrees below the normal. So, which
Sweet.
I don't even know what the normal is these days. But other than that, no way,
The
man.
normal is the normal.
I'm ready to hunt. I'm ready to get after it, get out in the woods, put some meat in the freezer. Kids are ready to go. We went out, got the guns all ready to rip for Sunday or for Saturday morning. Probably going to have a big battle on our hands on which kid gets to go first. I really don't know how that's going to shake out
Because
because,
just your own straws.
well, no, I kind of have an idea what I want to happen.
That's not your choice.
It is because I'm the guide. You know what I mean? Like I would be the one that would be like.
What do you think his Yelp review would be on a guided hunt?
From his kids, probably pretty low.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, what about a guy like
Snack too much
you,
on-
you?
Oh, I don't know. I'm sure I'd have a good time.
Yeah, for sure.
You guys would be drunk in the tree stand. I'd
No.
get a phone
Number
call.
one, you're wrong because I'm not getting in the tree. We'll
that's true.
we'll cover that later.
Okay. all
But
right.
other than that, yeah, pretty normal week. It was my anniversary. Happy anniversary to my wonderful, beautiful wife.
She doesn't listen, but
That's okay.
somebody will tell her.
But yeah, I don't know if I'm missing anything other than that, than the fact that I'm ready to let her eat. So
Smoke Dragon, what about you, pal?
Shit week.
That
That's
boy.
it.
That's it. Mm-hmm. Has it really been that bad?
Yeah.
Or just this part?
no,
the
whole thing.
The whole week? Okay. Man, people are going to watch these episodes.
He's got his wheels turning on a couple projects though.
like what
Might be able
projects?
to help out with. Oh, it's just his engineering brain has really been going
Top-notch
after it.
stuff
Yeah.
there.
Solving problems.
Yeah.
That's good.
We're going to do some cool shit, hopefully.
I think I'm ready to quit work and just podcast full time.
What?
Yeah, why not? Hell, the government will take care of us.
We could get free phones.
Yeah.
Well, we could. I don't know if we can.
Free internet at Dave's house.
Yeah.
We can make it work.
Well,
My week's been good. Things have been well. Can't complain. Kids have been good. Rep Man's got the double ear infection. So he's going through it. And then Janelle's been a little under the weather. And Papa Frank got him a new knee. He's doing well.
when did that happen?
Yesterday.
Yeah.
The advancements in technology have been unreal that he probably went back at about 8:15, 8:30, and by 1:30, 2 o'clock, we were walking out of the hospital.
Dang.
He was?
Yeah.
Under his own power?
Yes. Well,
With crutches
walker.
or with a
Yeah.
walker?
They still do the wheelchair service out, but like legitimately
All right, get your old ass up. It's time to hit the road and need my chair back.
we got somebody else here. But he's knock on wood, this is a week later, so hopefully he keeps doing well. But yeah, it's amazing because I can remember his first one. He was in for like 2 days, and then that first they had that knee machine. They put
You
their
remember
leg
that
in.
thing?
Oh my gosh, you just
God.
listen to it run.
It's like a flexion extension thing.
But see, he
Like
did
they would
great.
strap your leg in that bastard and literally force it to go.
So that their whole thing was they
God.
don't want to develop that scar tissue.
Yeah.
because you develop that scar tissue around there, they go in and they break it up.
I'll
and
tell you what, boys, I've had
Lot of
5
pain.
knee surgeries at the ripe old age of 36.
You're probably good for a replacement here soon.
Well, God, yeah. Like when I showed Dr. Blessinger my right knee or left knee when I had some fluid buildup and I couldn't hardly walk, and that's pretty problematic when a 379,000 pound man like myself, TikTok user 779, said, you can't walk. It's terrible because nobody can help you. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So I'm like, okay, but you gotta get your ass in movement here. So go over and have the fluids drained. But before that, he had never seen my knee, so he took an X-ray and he was just like, "Mother of God!"
Yeah,
Like,
that's tough.
how are you still walking? Like, well, it's pretty rough.
Yeah. Well, that's what, and I, the doc that did it, great job. He had a day full surgery. Like
That's wild how they farm them in and out of there, isn't it?
that
Like on
lifestyle though,
on
like
surgery day.
this may come as a surprise to some, and for others, probably not a surprise. But I thought about the medical profession at one point in my life, and I just couldn't do the lifestyle.
Just settled on law, huh?
Yeah, I'd rather be one of them ambulance chasing, knuckle dragging defense attorneys. Well, but I'm corporate now, Dave. So I'm corporate, white collar.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So hey, let's get into it.
Tired of them boring white walls? What about something that shows your personality and a little flair? Well, we have the person just perfect for you. Blondebrush is your girl. Elizabeth will help you come up with a creative design that fits any room or business aesthetic. Add some team spirit to your man cave, put the perfect theme to your baby's nursery, or create a fun work environment for your employees. With Blondebrush, the creativity is endless. Call today at 812-351-2466 or email at blondebrush27@gmail.com. Create a creative creation today with Blondebrush.
Hey, Vic breaks the Blondebrush for her support.
Oh,
By
this
the way,
wasn't a break. Sorry,
No, we're good. We're doing great.
did you see that the third Wortman child is going to be a little girl?
Oh,
so
good for them.
congratulations to them.
Hell yeah.
She posted that on social media, so I assume it's okay.
Well, the world knows now.
If not, here we go. So,
Buckle up.
20,000 impressions a week is what we're getting.
what is it?
20,000.
Huh?
Oh, that's a month. That's a month.
Yeah, but that's 5 a week.
Yeah,
5,000.
Our impressions. Our impressions.
Yeah, but that's still somebody looking at it at one point or another, our stuff.
20,000, 22,000.
Well, I want to let you know I've been really hard at editing, getting stuff out,
yeah.
trying to pull my weight for the YouTube.
Why don't you pull some more weight with this little screw up we did this morning?
I'm not going to dabble my toes into that.
Hour one topic for me starting out is, of course, boys, Orange Hat Brigade.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's time to bust out the orange hats, boys, because it's time to let them fly. I preface this by saying Orange Hat Brigade / safety contact. When I worked back in the old coal mine, we were mining Mr. Peabody's coal. Every day before we'd get our instructions to head out to the mine, we would have a little toolbox talk. And the toolbox talk usually started out with safety contacts. Somebody would pick one. Sometimes they were pre-printed and everybody got them. But for me, I was always just, go to the blanket one, slips, trips, and falls, or, 3 points of contact or something that literally gets said, 7 days a week, probably one of those other ones. But I want to talk about something that I feel like is pretty heavily talked about with deer hunting. Not necessarily just orange hat deer hunting, like gun season, but like all of deer season. For everybody that hunts from an elevated platform, more or less.
Yeah.
I'd like to hit on a little bit of a tree stand safety talk real quick. Little story.
About Jack and Diane.
Nope. That was a bit a little ditty. But I was informed that a friend of mine actually fell out of a tree stand last weekend and broke his back in 4 spots.
Oh,
Brutal.
T's and P's.
Brutal. Like T's and P's. He's no surgery.
Serious T's and P's. Those aren't like
No.
joking T's and P's.
No surgery. He's going to be able to wear a brace and do some therapy and get through it and everything like that, because I guess they were just like fractures in his vertebrae. I really don't know anything more than that. I could be completely wrong with my speculation, but
That's a good. We
Yeah.
try to bring truth, justice, and the American way
I
to the
just
people.
know that I heard from his father that he's going to be okay and no surgery. So, but I think what happened, from what I gather, is that he was ascending up his ladder.
That means climbing, Dave.
Yeah,
Climbing, going up.
He was ascending up his 16-foot ladder stand, and something happened to where one of the ladder sections became separated from the other, or it came unhooked from the platform, causing the ladder to therefore topple and sending him falling from 16 foot in the air. Now, mind you, when you're in the woods, it's not like a foam pit or a ball pit, as our kids jump and jive in. So I'm assuming there might have been some logs or some whatnots and have-yous. But the thing is they make these new products now. This is not a shameless plug. This is not a paid endorsement or anything, but it's like a lifeline type deal. It's got like a Pressix knot, which I'm always confused on how it works. Like, how do you, like, somehow, some way, you have to climb untethered, right?
No,
Don't you have
I'm not
to?
even sure what you're talking about.
So, like,
No, technically.
you-
well, if you watch those guys on like big job sites where they get up, you see them. They'll take their
They'll
carabiner.
Yeah.
Isn't that what it is? And they'll clip, climb, take a second. They'll do the 2 carabiner thing.
Well, I know, but what I'm saying is these lifelines, they'll tether to the tree up top, above your platform. So, like, when you're climbing, it has a Pressix knot. Do you know what a Pressix knot is?
Nope.
So it's like it's like a rope break style knot. We used it for high angle extrications and stuff. I don't know if you guys knew this, but I was kind of a rope rescue guru there for a while when I was at the
No, really.
Yeah.
Dave and I are just kind of.
But like anyway, the rope, like you slide up and you climb, and then you reach over and you slide your rope up, and then you climb some more, and then you slide up. But then if you were to fall, that rope would cinch itself, and it would cause friction, and it would
You drop a smidge, but it
but
keep
it would,
you from
you wouldn't fall to your demise.
probably rack the old family jewel.
Well, yeah, depending on what kind of harness you had. But anyway, long story short, wear a freaking harness. And if you're going to wear a harness, make sure that it fits correctly, because there's another thing called compartment syndrome. Do you know what compartment syndrome is?
I do.
It's whenever you pinch off, like, say your femoral arteries, they run down there by your old gonads, right along your femur, and those
Femur, femoral.
femoral, whatever. But it'll cut the blood flow off, and then when you open them back up, lights out, because it's a terrible deal. But anyway, there's guys that like hang from safety harnesses a lot, and it's not good. So I don't know. I just wanted to talk about tree stand safety and everything like that. Just a quick little safety contact.
I remember What? Go ahead.
Oh, so that's a good one.
I thought like your safety contact was the like have somebody that you could call or text.
Well, that too.
That's where I thought you were going. With
Nice.
safety contact.
Well, like a safety contact would be more of just kind of like an interaction, like just but yes, having a safety contact, that's another huge thing of hunting in general, just letting someone know where you're going to be.
yeah.
Maybe with these new fandangled smartphones we got now, you could like drop a pin where you're at and send it to like your wife or, or your partner or someone that, that you want to know where you're at, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
But
There was a funny story. Friend of the program, Botch Ublor. I think he told us a story. He was hunting. No, maybe it was Scott Mundy. I may be getting them mixed up, but dropped their shotgun.
oh yeah.
This was pre-rifle. Dropped their shotgun down, and he's like, I'm standing there looking at it, and there was one chambered ready to go. And
Oh, yeah.
it's like, well, shoot. Like that could have been, it kicks and you get an accidental
dropped
discharge. That's a tough spot.
I've dropped mine and broke my buttstock.
Yeah, that's
And I just left because I knew that my scope was going to be nowhere near
what you need to do.
adequate enough to harvest that
Yeah.
animal.
So if you're going into the woods, make sure you wear at least one article of clothing of the orange
Well,
hat.
It has to be actually. There's a state statute that says there's a minimum square inch requirement, but I don't know what it is. But it's usually like one full garment.
Yeah. Well, you wear a hat, or you
Yeah,
can,
like this would be legal.
Yeah.
Something blaze orange has to be blaze orange.
yeah.
But like most of the ground blinds, like one of the ground blinds that we set this weekend for the kids and I, which I will not be hunting it from an elevated position this weekend. I will be hunting on.
So
the
you
ground.
put in a ground blind.
Yeah.
Like I told Corey, I was like, I'll just order one off Amazon. That's what I'm gonna do. He's like, it'll throw them all off. I'm like,
He's dumb. I set mine up Wednesday or Monday of this
yeah.
week.
And so now I'm just gonna sit behind a tree.
Which is fine. I mean, I killed my first deer on the ground like that, just sitting on the ground.
Well, I have no interest in being in a tree.
No, I mean, there are some like fat boy friendly tree stand options.
I'm not- I
that
wasn't
I'm
even
gonna
going
do
from this-
that I'm gonna do like once the kids get on their own and they can, Max or Evelyn, like when she can, like I can get them set squared away. Like we'll leave about 5 hours before daybreak. So I have plenty of time to escort them and get them ready.
Yeah.
And then I will make my way to my tactical positioning. But no way, man. I've killed a couple deer I've killed deer on the ground before.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna matter.
You can do it.
I don't know.
You'll be fine.
Yeah. That is if I stay awake.
Deers are colorblind.
There's a high probability, Dave.
Dave, you wear flannel, don't you?
No, I'm going to this year because Wyatt says I can't.
And we're just going to prove him wrong.
Yeah, I was actually thinking I need to get that. My 8th grade health teacher had this little like blood pressure pumper.
Yeah.
That she'd put a cigarette in.
Uh-huh.
Show you what your lungs did. I quit smoking,
Yeah.
but I think I need to puff through a pack of Marlboros.
Oh, smoke them while you're hunting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, I drink. I mean, hunting
Wyatt
and drinking
said
beer
there's
is
no
not good.
way I could shoot a deer with a bow wearing flannel.
That's wrong. Has he ever met Mr. Fitzgerald? Has he ever
I
seen
told
any
plenty
of the
of people.
Yeah, have you never seen the Fitzgerald hunting team? Has he ever heard of the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Fred Bear himself, who hunted
So
in a
here's
red
the
and black
question.
flannel?
So do I need to? Because I thought about throwing on a little war paint too.
Oh,
I thought
now.
about doing a little
Well,
like-
anything. Here's the key. You want to know the key?
key. Give me.
Find a big enough tree to lean against, so it doesn't look like one of them big oak burls about of 2 feet off the
I got a little seat that straps around the tree. So
Yeah,
I
those
can
are nice.
Lean and sit on any tree I want.
That's
I get a little.
Really? Where'd you get that? I got to see that.
It's came from the Rural King.
Oh, I might have to stop by.
Yeah.
You just
But
strap it around there so you can move from tree to tree and have
Yeah.
a little. Like you're
Here's
not gonna
another
sit
key.
in it, but-
Here's another thing too. So are you going to hunt around home?
Not like
Okay. Well,
I'll be in Holland, but not.
okay. Doesn't matter. So what you need to do is, before you decide to sit down, go ahead and take your foot, or hell, take a rake with you, and get all of the leaves and debris away from you in a big enough circle to where any kind of tactical foot movement or anything like that, a squirm, a squitch, a squatchy, you're not going to make any crunchy stuff,
Yeah.
because you want to make sure that that's down to bare.
So in reality, too, should I go just into the woods a little bit or be right on the edge?
Depends on if you're by a field or not.
Depends on what kind of field it is.
It'll be a field.
Yeah, it
There's
depends
an
on
outcrop of trees in the field that I plan on sitting in.
Well,
because I believe they'll be coming out of the
it
bigger
just depends
woods.
on what kind of gun you're using, which way the wind's blowing, what the weather's like. There's a lot of variables.
Oh my goodness!
I'm not lying to you.
I'm just gonna go sit in the woods, just because.
What kind? What are you gonna pack?
I think Corey's got 270.
Oh boy,
He's got 2 of them ready to roll.
bringing out the big dogs.
I think that's what he's like. We ain't gonna mess with shotguns. He's like, there's no reason to.
That's okay. I don't have any spot that I could shoot very far, so I just take a.
Yeah.
But the kids hunt with a 350 Legend, and then I have a 12 gauge. Which, by the way, I was pleasantly
Maybe it's not a 270.
unpleasantly let down by the. So I always shot Winchester BRI sabots, 3-inch,
Yeah.
1 ounce sabot slugs. And when I went into our local distributor and supplier down the road here in beautiful Holland, Indiana, and asked one of the associates there if they had any, and they looked at me as if I had 4 heads. We haven't had those in years. And I was like, what? Like, do they? No, they don't. The only actual 3-inch sabots that we carry now are a Remington, like AccuTip or whatever. So I don't know how that's going to go, but it's about 100 grains lighter than what I'm usually shooting. So, and the tip of it looks like a plastic Christmas light. So we'll have to see how that all shakes out.
I don't know if I'm going to get to go this year.
Oh yeah, you will. Yeah.
I don't know. Wyatt already got a deer. He's going again Saturday while I'm working up the deer he already got. Mm-hmm. But I'd like to try, I think, with that lever action 44 with the iron sights. I just want to.
Yeah.
Maybe we ought to all go hunting together.
We can.
We'll
I
just
got a
set
spot.
up. We'll just set up some cameras and we'll just go
We
hunting
could
together.
I guarantee you, I got a spot right now where we could go and we could set 55 yards apart, facing kind of the same genital area, and just let her eat. See what happens. As long as you can shoot from, say, 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock is all you can shoot. That way, nobody's shooting towards each other.
We don't want to cross streams there.
No, but yeah, we could do that. We could make an evening of it.
That'd be great content.
Or I have like a jumbo ground blind.
We can all
boy.
pick a
We could all just camp out in that baby.
And then we just have the
stick it in
mics.
the middle of a field, and
Yeah,
we all
just,
face our own direction.
just hang out backs to back.
We've got the mics, so we
Well, I mean, no, we can't talk. I mean, we got to.
we can talk like this.
We're hunting deer.
lapel mics.
Yeah. Lapel.
That's what
Them wascally wabbits. But anyway, guys, hunt safe, have fun. Good luck for all you weekend warriors. I know a lot of our bowmen have been going after it since October 1. A lot of big bucks hitting the ground. I don't know what the rut's really looking like. I think we might be down in the. This kind of sucks, but it's usually called like the October lull or the November lull. And I think where we're at now, you see Bojangles back here?
I think I caught him out of corner of my eye.
Yeah. But like what happens is they get in this lockdown phase where they've already got the bucks have already got their does, or they've already went ahead and bred the first hot does, and now they're kind of cruising, waiting for, I don't know. So anyway, after about noon on opening day, any kind of like predetermined hunting tactics, you might as well just throw them out the window, because after the lead starts flying, it's all about being in the right place at the right time.
Yeah. Well, and then getting back out there in the
if
the
you got
evening.
any pressure around.
Well, you talk about that. So we did family photos with the in-laws,
Oh yeah,
and on the way down, Janelle's brother had a 9-point run into the side of his rental.
oh shit,
Lights out. Ball game over.
killed a deer.
Yes.
Okay.
Smashed up the side of this Jeep Cherokee. But it was funny because it was still alive a little bit.
Oh boy.
Like it had gone and like ended up into like the guy's yard and close to his barn.
He didn't put it in the back seat like
and then
Tommy
dropped.
Boy, huh?
No.
But it was like, yeah.
Well, and what happens was like a truck driver came up behind him. Hey, is everybody okay? Yeah, everybody's good. What are you going to do with the deer? And they were like, the guy's like, well, I'm not going to shoot it, but if it dies here soon, I'll just take it with me.
Oh yeah.
And it just, because he didn't want to use, because Janelle's like, why is that? And I go, because that's illegal.
Yeah, it is.
It's
Real,
illegal.
for real.
Because it's, because DNR's going to say just let it die.
So stupid that you're not.
You can't put it out of its
You're
misery.
not allowed to mercy kill them legally. Which
Yeah.
is dumb.
So, but yeah.
Well, I
died.
guess it's not dumb because you don't want a bunch of.
People hitting deer with their truck.
Well, that and
that would be the thing.
jackwads pulling out 9mm in the middle of
Okay.
anywhere and dispatching guns.
Funny.
Yeah.
But so anyways, it did. It died like a little short time later, and the guy loaded it up, threw it in his truck. And I told Janelle, I was like, somebody's got a hell of a big, like a 9-point, I think it was 8 or 9, that they're going to put on the wall. And they didn't have to shoot it.
Highly doubtful. I bet you they'll probably just take it home, cut the horns off, cut the back straps out, and throw the rest in the ditch. That's probably what'll happen.
Maybe. That'll happen. So
But anyway,
So I was doing some deep thinking at work today, and came up with this thing that I just kind of wondered about a little bit. And I was looking around, and I thought, this would be something for us to discuss. If there were a way to download your memories into a searchable spreadsheet, would you do it? So like all of your memories. So the early one, like basically, Dave, we would take a USB port, we'd plug it into you. Your memories would go into that finangled laptop where you accidentally deleted the last episode. But you could search it like, hey, what was Christmas of 95 like? And you could go, Christmas of 95, here it is. Would you do it?
I don't think it'd take a whole lot of memory. I mean, I guess.
I mean, it wouldn't be like the memories that you have, because we forget things as we go on, and then we see pictures or things that cause you to have that. But like everything, your eyes are acting like a recorder, and all of it, sights, the sounds, the smells, everything is downloadable. Would you? The good and the bad. You can't pick and choose.
and the ugly.
And the ugly. You wouldn't do it at all? Why not?
Already done it. Don't need to live it again.
You really wouldn't download it?
Wow.
What about you?
Yeah. I think it would be cool to do it because Princess getting cold again, Dave. That's what's going on there. I think I'd do it just because you could see like man, I don't want to sound like super, super, super sappy here.
But that's where you're going.
But like like when you I'm trying to say how to do this here. If you lost a loved one and they had a cell phone with a voicemail.
I've got one right now.
Yeah. Like have you called it?
Called it once and somebody else answered. That's unbelievable.
I've not called it. I have a voicemail where she called me,
Right.
and I have it saved to my phone.
Yeah. So like I would that would be neat, like to hear the voice again and shit like that. Because like I got a buddy of mine whose dad passed away really, really young, and like he's got a video on his phone or some shit. You know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, that would be neat. You know what I mean? Like, but I mean, when we were kids, we didn't have like no hard drive or downloadable shit. We just had like a whole big ass crate full of VHS tapes from one of them big RCA camcorders. I guarantee you for the first, I don't know how many years of my life, we could not start opening gifts on Christmas morning until Dad hit the record button. And that big bastard was sitting in the corner of the room with a goddamn, with the record light on and the old camcorder going there. And I don't know, there was one time where me and my brother got into it or something on Christmas, and Dad, the camera's over there in the corner. He's like, "Hey, you're on camera, damn it!" You know what I mean? Like, don't ruin Christmas here. This is gonna just go down in history here, and shit like that. But yeah, I would, yeah, like we don't do that anymore. You know what I mean? Which is wild, But like, I know there's photos and videos and all kinds of shit like that.
So that leads to another question. How many like photos do you take of like your kids or events or things going on?
Not a bunch. Jenna normally takes them. If she's not there, I'll take a picture too to send her normally, but yeah, not a ton.
I mean, yeah, we take like every kid's birthday. Like, I'll take a video when we sing "Happy Birthday."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like in the beginning when they were young, we were pretty decent at having birthday parties, but that phased out real quick. And I feel kind of like a bad parent sometimes. Like, I am not the big send out invitations to a birthday party, and each birthday each year has a theme and like all this.
No.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, hey,
there's
no
100%
parent shaming
nothing.
there. You
No
do what
way.
you want to do.
No way. It's just that like the twins, they're, early April. So like the weather's still dicey, whether or not you can have something outside or not. And like, they don't want to go to the skate palace anymore. I mean, there for a while they did, you know what I mean? But, and then Eleanor, her birthday always falls on the Holland Fest weekend, so.
Like our buddy Smoke Dragon.
Yeah, Smoke Dragon too, so we would take, we did a hayride up to the fest one time, let the kids play in the bounce houses and, doing little stuff like that, and we would take videos and pictures and, and stuff like that. But no, like Christmases and Thanksgivings and I don't know, like we just don't do it. It's more
We'll snap some photos. I think we've not, I know like Janelle takes some, but I wouldn't say like there's a whole production of them. And that's like the biggest thing, now that we record on our phones and, trying to figure that out, saving them and making sure they're there. And because I've told Janelle I want to do a fairly decent job of putting together like photo books and photo albums for them. But I'd want to download it. I think it'd be cool. And especially someday when you're old and senile that you could go back and look at all of it. Like, that would be good.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that would be great. But
Yeah.
sometimes if you're too busy looking at the rear view mirror,
And
you're
that's
not
the thing.
enjoying what's in front of you.
Remember the Mick Ultra, the guy that at the golf tournament, and it was they were on the 18th green, and it was like this guy's got to sink this putt to win, and I don't really know the specifics of how it all shook out, but there was like he's getting ready to putt.
Oh, yeah.
And the camera is like right on him, but then like everybody in the gallery right there watching that's right off the fringe, getting ready to watch him putt, and there's like 100 people with their phones out videoing, and there's one dude just standing there drinking a Mick Ultra, or like drinking a beer, but I think it was a Mick Ultra, and it was like they took that picture and marketed the shit out of it because it was like live in the moment, or memories are made. I don't know what they said, but that's kind of like
The gist.
yeah,
Well,
that's
but
kind of the gist.
And I think
of
there's
it.
a lot of truth to that. If you're too busy looking, I mean, we've been to a concert together. I don't think there was anybody in our party that recorded the show.
Not the whole thing. I mean, I took little tits and bits of it, you know what I mean, and shit like that.
But I mean, like, there were people there that didn't put their phones down.
No.
That recorded the entire thing, and it's like nobody wants to see your poorly sounding, grainy video with where you hear the conversations around you more than anything else.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess just getting close to the holidays, you start to think about the memories and the memories made and the memories you
Okay,
forget.
so it was Tiger Woods teeing off, and everybody in the photo has got their phone out, and this dude's just standing there holding a Mick Ultra watching it. You know what I mean? Like that's the photo that I was talking
yeah.
about.
Well, and I think it's
Yeah.
I mean, it's spot on.
Yeah, he's just living in the moment. No cell phone, just a man watching Tiger with a Mick Ultra. You know what I mean? And I think that's, I think that dude, once Michelob Ultra found him, they asked for permission to use his image on a T-shirt and a hat with a tagline saying, "It's only worth it if you enjoy it." The company also posted a short advertisement on social media using this viral photo. I think the dude got like free beer for the rest of his life too. Or something.
Probably the bad thing of it is he lied to his wife about going to a golf tournament.
Y'all
And
gotta
Mick
go to
Ul-
work, honey.
Mick Ultra calls me like, "Hey, so we have this photo." No, you don't. You don't have this photo.
Oh, no.
This
We
is
need
you.
to-
That's
we
not
need
me.
We're going to Napa.
That's a doppelganger right there. So, I don't know. I just thought that might be something. Just wondered about it. If you could download and save all of them into an Excel sheet where you could pull them up on a moment's notice.
I think with your phones now, when you save shit to the cloud, I mean, good God, everything.
A lot of it. Well, we talked
I
about it a
don't
little
think I
bit.
have anything on the cloud.
No shit, I pay for more storage on the cloud.
I mean, I might. I don't know how to like check it or look at it or anything.
Well, I'm saying we had that conversation, I think, is an episode or two ago where we discussed Facebook timeline, like how cringy some of that stuff is, where you're like,
Wishing somebody a happy birthday when they're already dead.
yeah, those videos are out. So I don't know. Smoke Dragon, what you got?
I don't know. I can't get the internet on my computer.
It says, David, how much better children's activities are when there isn't a younger child to entertain.
Yeah. Just I was thinking about it. So I had wrestling yesterday, and I was just editing a podcast, which was a huge waste of time, apparently.
Hey, good news is, Dave, you get to relive those funny moments again.
Yeah. There's that. And stuff. But I used to hate going to practices or anything because there's always, every time until the last couple of years, there's always been a small child that needed pretty constant entertaining.
Oh, yeah.
So you can't enjoy the game anyway, or there's one that you're not sure if they're going to have to pee or if they're putting rocks in their mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Licking bubble gum off the bottom of the bleachers or
Oh,
something.
boy.
But Will now is pretty self-contained. Like the only thing I'd worry about is if he needed to come down and he's got a singlet he's wearing there. And he's,
To practice?
every day. He's got to wear the singlet.
Is it the blue one?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah, brother. Lightning bolts.
So I was a little worried about
Got
him.
that?
Like,
Hey, we got that from a big friend of the show, Chad Worthwine.
Oh, yeah?
I think that was Clint's
Heck
Team Indiana one that he bought up at State one year.
Well,
He's got
that's
lightning bolts and all kinds of.
that's
He's
cool.
wearing that to practice.
yeah, every practice.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, that was my only concern is if he needed to come down and pee or something, I just didn't want to see him. Like,
Well, that's a process to take a piss in a.
well, he
in a
wouldn't
sing-
care, and I
singlet.
don't think he'd know it was probably piss on it when he put it back on. So I was a little worried about him getting sloppy. But that's like the biggest concern I've had in the last 2 years at a sporting thing. And I was wondering about it yesterday. I was like, man, this is not bad. Not bad.
You know, I think it goes back to, like we talk about Casey's kids, like our kids are, older than Casey's. And it's like, when the twins were young, I was always like, God, I don't want to wish them older. But, man, I'm really tired of changing diapers. I don't want to wish them older, but, man, I sure can't wait till they can walk. Man, I don't want to wish them older, but, boy, it's sure going to be nice when they can start mowing the yard. You know what I mean? And shit like that. But I think with little kids, the way I always saw it, and Justine could definitely, we definitely agreed on this. One of the things that we agreed on was as a child achieves new milestones, other challenges will arrive.
Oh, sure.
You know what I mean? And I think that was, when Ellie was little, there was a lot of times, where we would go out to eat all the time with the twins. They were getting really good at it. And then, bam, we're back at home again. You know what I mean? It's like, damn. And, I think COVID did a lot of that bullshit too, where you talk about your kids are pretty self-entertaining and everything like that. But like after that whole not going out to eat at all, and then now we're starting to do it a little bit more again and shit, which I know starting to, it's been a year or whatever. But my kids are still terrible at it. Like we went to the Legion the other night with my parents and I wanted to jump off the bridge. Like I wanted to just go leave, put your shit in a box and go get in the car. We're going home. Done with it.
Well, why didn't you order your appetizer and the kids' meal to come out at the same time?
Because we didn't order appetizers.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
But anyway, I don't know. Yeah, I think it's nice to, as your kids age, and when the youngest one gets older, you know what I mean? It's pretty nice.
I think that obviously 5, 3, and 10 months. It's difficult.
You
for
got
us.
a while yet.
Yeah. But I think it'll be interesting this year when we head up to watch our friend of the program and golfing teammate Teddy Hoops on the sidelines, that Zoe might be that ripe little age where she thinks she can venture and walk around up top. I'm not sold on it. I know there's too many people in our community that'll snatch up kids and you never see them again.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a safety thing. But we were at the Ryan had his last biddy soccer game over at the Y, and I couldn't tell the difference between the 10-month-old and the 5-year-old in crawling on the floor. And they were playing, but crawling on the floor and playing and being busy and all that other stuff. But yeah, there's that's why very rarely do we get out to many things
As a squad.
in its entirety. But if it's both of us, it's a little bit self-contained because you can give them some popcorn. It entertains them long enough. You get up, you walk a couple laps around the gym in between games. And the bad thing of it is we haven't made very many football games. When that's probably
That's tough, though.
well, and
Football
it's
games are.
and the bad thing about all that.
Sand outside.
Yeah. Well, the bad thing of it is you get home at 5:30, 6 o'clock. By the time we all get there, and then you're rushing to get back going out
I'll
somewhere.
give you $1,000 if you can make it before halftime or halfway through the third quarter.
Yeah, it's just outrageous. But like with basketball, there's Saturday games, which make it a little bit easier. And the fact of the matter is, you get a little bit. You get there at halftime of the JV game. That varsity game doesn't start till a little bit later,
Right.
And with basketball, you're close up.
You want to go
You're
to a
able to
basketball
watch a
game,
little bit
Dave?
more?
You want to go to a basketball game sometime this winter?
I don't know. I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
Jenna wants to go to a couple of them. I'm still not there yet. Like that.
Like watching sporting events that your kids are not involved in?
Yeah. Like
See,
it's
Justine
not my
said the
kids out
same
there,
thing.
and I'm like, I don't want to go watch somebody else's kids
Yep.
play. Because one of my points I was going to drive at is I was afraid that I would be more into Williams sports, and the other boys would feel
Left out or
because I was not that able to be that
Unfair.
engaged. But truth be told, I think I'm zapped into all three of them a little more now because I'm not sidetracked with
yeah, no, you can definitely lock in.
keeping
more.
keeping
Like that
more
was
going.
one of the big things.
Hey,
when
you
I,
were definitely locked in at Southside Park.
when I when
Dave
I
got another one.
when I decided to like no longer coach Max in things, you know what I mean? And like and then I coached I coached Evelyn in soccer, but like I never coached Evelyn in softball. But I coached Eleanor in softball and had a lot of fun with it. Even though I bitched a lot about it, you know what I mean? But I had fun deep down.
Sure.
Scrapyard dog.
That's right. We're a tournament team. But I just, sitting in a lawn chair, watching your own kid play while the other two are like playing with other kids, like at the park or, playing wall ball over there and shit like that. Like that was really awesome. Like sitting there when Justine was off and we were sitting there like watching the game. Like that was the first time I've watched a game, with her ever. You know what I mean? Because I was either coaching or, not around her, which it doesn't work very well because she always tells me to shut up or you quit yelling. God, shut up. Let him coach. Let him play. You know what I mean? Because I'm
You're that parent.
I'm pretty bad at that. You know what I mean?
I told Janelle, I said, I don't have any interest in coaching our kids. And a lot of people will hear that and say, well, you coach other people's kids. And my response to that is, I'm not their parent. Like, I want to be able, like, if my kids want me to give them some tips or work
tricks.
work on some things, like I want to be there to do it. I don't want them to like coach and not be able to separate coach from dad.
Yeah.
What's it going to be like when you don't agree at all with how the coach is doing it and would want to do it a different way?
Amen. That's a tough spot. Very tough
What
spot.
sport are we talking about?
Either any of them.
That's the one that's going to be tough. Mm-hmm. That's the one that's going to be tough. But I don't know. I say that, but I want my kids to have the full experience to be coached by somebody else. Even though we may disagree, I will never, ever, because I wouldn't want another coach to do it to me, but I will never, ever second guess a coach, like to my children. I would never be like
we may talk about it in here,
Yeah.
drinking beer.
Yeah.
Why in the hell did he bunt with two strikes? He's got two runners on.
Why is Coach Smoker putting the big righty
Yeah,
at second
yeah,
when really he's a shortstop?
Yeah.
He should play shortstop
yeah.
and
But
hit
we're
third
not going to
every
do
day.
that to our kids. But we're going
No.
to do that around the beer.
Yeah.
drinking
Oh,
circle, for sure.
man, that guy's a dumbass.
Justine literally just said something about this the other day about going to sporting events that your kids are not involved in. Like I wanted to go this Friday down to the jungle and watch Heritage Hills and Gibson.
That's going to be a match.
That's going to be a dogfight.
Yeah.
It's going to be probably one of the best high school football games in the state.
Yeah.
And there's several guys that I know that are going to go down there and shit. And I'm like, hell, we ain't got nothing going on. Justine's working. I might take the kids and let's go down there and watch that game, It might be worth the $7 it costs to get in, and she's like, why? You don't even have any kids playing.
See, and
why the hell would you want to go down there? I'm like, I don't know, because I like football.
But that game, that
environment's going to be electric.
The environment's going to be electric. You got two good teams. Couldn't be built any differently where, Gibson and Heritage Hills and, say what you want. We're not going to go into it. But
they're both very dominant football programs.
But, one's done it a little bit differently. Mm-hmm. There's a lot more open channels over there.
Yeah.
A lot of folks moving into the Hopstadt area because it's a great little community there in Hopstadt. Mm-hmm. But I think, to that aspect, I like watching good teams. Now, if you told me it was going to be Crawford County and, Indiana School of the Deaf, no interest in going to watch. But you're talking about a semi-state title, two PAC teams, two teams that have played this year already. Mm-hmm. Going to be a good game, good atmosphere. Weather's going to be good for it.
Right.
Why not?
And if your kids are there and they're old enough to do what they want to do, driving, coming full circle here, and you can actually sit down and enjoy it and not have to keep somebody occupied and all that shit the whole time, then you could probably enjoy it.
You could get
that might be my problem. I don't really get into it enough. It's too crowded in football or basketball. It's not a comfortable sitting place just to sit and bullshit for 2 hours.
Right.
And I just don't. I couldn't tell you how many football games we won or lost.
Right. No, and it's fine. Different strokes for different folks, man. I get it.
Yeah. Hey,
yeah, I think for sure, though, how much better children's activities are when there isn't a younger child to entertain.
Game changer.
They're better.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
No doubt. So, hey, a new segment that we started last week that we completely botched. Didn't understand it. Friend of the program, OG listener. I thought we had to come up with current events.
No.
Turns out he's going to supply them. Mm-hmm. And there's one thing about our operation that if somebody's going to provide us content, guess what we're going to do?
We're going to use it.
We're going to take it. So 3 big things for the week of November 14th. I'll read them. Throw your thoughts in there.
What's this segment called?
3 big things.
3 big things.
3 big things. 3 big stories.
I don't think he's talking about us.
Oh, TikTok user 679 is going to have a heyday with this one. So 3 big things.
I thought it was called Hot Takes a Week Late.
That's the screw up on my part.
Oh.
Kind of like how Dave deleted the episode. It's a screw up.
Now, what happened is I deleted 2 of the 7 camera angles, and any place I used that is now gone, but I have to start over with everything because I can't put them back in.
Hey,
real kick in the...
Well, just go back through and use one camera angle the whole time and just be done.
We might do that because we're going to be in a pinch.
Well, yeah, that's fine.
Hey.
I don't give a damn. Neither do the people watching. They care. That all they do is want to see us.
The 35 people that watch, Dave. 3 big things for the week of November 14th. Here we go. Minnesota has gotten more than 2,500 design submissions for its new state flag. Minnesota is asking for help in redesigning its state flag. See a few of the designs submitted by the residents. Is it going to take me to it?
Nope. It didn't for me earlier.
Yeah, it didn't do it either. You pulling it up?
Mm-hmm.
I'll go through and read the other ones.
One of these days we'll get fancy enough to be able to insert these images.
Yeah, in due time.
Yeah.
What the hell's wrong
with the current state flag?
Look at that. Is that a seal?
Is it a loon? I think that's supposed to be like one of them.
Oh, that's a spotted seal.
It looks like one of them loon birds.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
What's wrong with the
well,
current
that was
state
probably
flag?
just a little
That's
kid.
a good.
That's a fine looking
It's
flag.
colorful as hell, man. Minnesota.
I expected to see a chef's hat.
Or Minnesota?
Yeah, because it's the chef.
Yeah, Mimel.
Huh?
The
Minnesota, and then you get to Iowa, then you get to Missouri.
Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I am 165,000% lost in what you guys are talking
it's okay.
That's fine.
Any takes on redesigning a new flag, especially some of those ones we've seen? Maybe they should stay with what they've got.
It looks like a 4th grade. Well, no. That looks like one of them younger kids you were talking about earlier,
Let me
Dave.
take a closer look at that.
That's
the current.
Oh.
Because we've had some state flag redos lately, but it's been more because of cancel call. To say cancel. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
What is it?
Well, it's
what are they canceling it?
It's an engine on there. See?
You can't say that.
It's a Native American.
Yeah, indigenous people.
Riding by with a spear.
Yeah, but he's got a feather in his hat.
And is he a she?
Well, we can't. Actually,
no.
we can't gender.
We can't.
Yeah,
I'm not going to
they-
gender him or the horse. But and then there's one of them old smoke poles leaning in there.
Oh, yeah, the old
one of them
musket.
weapons of mass destruction there. And then
Well,
there's
so
this.
that is why they're doing
Yeah,
cancel
that's
culture.
why they're redoing it.
Yeah.
The designs suck, and it will suck, and that's just going to be what it's going to be.
Yeah.
So tough spot, Minnesota. Probably got other issues going
Minnesota.
on up there too.
Are they the Badgers?
No, that's Wisconsin. They're the Gophers, the Golden Gophers.
That's right.
Golden.
Chili's hires R&B group Boys to Men to sing a new version of its iconic "Baby Back Ribs" jingle.
I'm out.
Can you fight the urge? I want my baby back, baby back, baby back ribs.
I can't
That's
even
not
picture
how
it.
the original one goes. Was
No,
you trying to hum that?
I'm thinking of the Fat Bastard version.
I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back ribs. I want my baby back, Chili's baby back ribs.
Well, that's why they're changing it to Boys to Men, more crooner style.
I'm trying to think of that
That's
harmonization.
Baby back ribs.
That's so stupid.
That's probably the cheapest band they could get.
Boys to Men. Evansville lost its Chili's, which is kind of sad.
Boys to Men. I was thinking Backstreet Boys.
Oh yeah.
Oh, my
You're thinking
gosh.
some sort of boy band. Yeah.
yeah.
Here's one, and I don't know if this is shots fired, but Mr. Ohanian, the world's skinniest hotel measures 9 feet across. A remarkably skinny hotel in Indonesia has just 7 rooms, with each big enough for a double bed and a small bathroom.
We're out.
Yeah, that's a
We
tough
are
spot.
not out. Or we are not in.
Yeah.
Literally not.
There's
in.
no way we could. I don't even sleep in a double bed at home. Not going to go to Indonesia
to do it.
to do it.
And I bet the crapper's real close to the floor.
Yeah.
It's probably just a hole in the floor.
Yeah. So, and from last week's, because I didn't pay attention to the email, more than 30,000 ancient Roman coins
Obviously.
found underwater. Divers recently made a huge discovery off the coast of Italy that could point to the presence of a shipwreck. 30,000 ancient Roman coins. That's a lot of coins.
Especially if they're precious metal.
Yeah.
I imagine their numismatic value is worth more than their
The what?
numismatic value.
Break it down for us, Rain Man.
It's like not the value because of its precious metal
Like
content.
sentimental.
Yeah, like it's historical.
Because it's Roman coins lost for 30,000 or for all that time. 4 men charged with stealing 18-karat golden toilet. After allegedly stealing a $6 million toilet, several thieves were unable to wash their hands clean of the crime. Should have used a bidet. Although a couple folks sent the hillbilly bidet.
Oh God.
That's really what you guys use. Family
Did you see
program.
that son of a-
Matt
I had
Wagner
3
sent us
people-
one.
Dave Anderson.
Dave-
Jill,
yeah.
and
Jill Killian.
Yeah.
The pump sprayer.
Yeah, you guys. I'm going to leave that comment. Taylor Swift's whirlwind year continues with her 13th number 1 album, the pop star's 1989 Taylor's version. 2014 hit album she re-recorded
I kinda
and
like her
released
new
last
one.
month. Hit number 1 on the Billboard 200 album chart in the first week
Now,
of
isn't
its sales.
13 her number, like her thing, her gimmick? Doesn't she like have an album called 13?
She's got a commercial, that Capital One commercial.
I think 13's like her shtick. Is that what you call it?
Do you think she'll take Travis Kelce's name, or Travis Kelce will become
I
Travis
think
Swift?
they'll stay there themselves, like Faith Hill and Tim McGraw.
You think so? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Well, so Brado, sorry I screwed that up last week. I like it. Kind of give us fun little topics.
Did you know that Taylor
What's
Swift is a-
Travis Kelce? What's his position?
Tight end.
Oh, maybe he would take Swift. That'd be like a
Ooh.
play on words?
yeah.
Is she really Taylor Swift, or is that a stage name?
Oh, hell, I don't know.
You know how stars like kind of.
Yeah, like Garth Brooks. I don't think Garth's his name.
No, it's probably Wayne.
Taylor Allison Swift.
Oh, well, good for her.
T.A.
born-
Swift.
T.A. Swift.
Born on December 13th, 1989. 13. There you go. 13.
Yeah, 13's like her thing. I wonder if
She was
if
born
the
in
album's actually doing that
Pennsylvania.
good, or she just spent millions of dollars to make. The 13th
Well, but see, I
album
think
do
when
good.
she re-records that, because somebody bought her. Didn't somebody buy her? Like her songs, like her book.
catalog.
Yes, thank you. That's what I was looking for. I think somebody bought her catalog But if you re-record and change some things and do some things, then it starts building a whole new catalog and makes the old stuff not worth it, right?
I think.
Yeah.
She grew up on a Christmas tree farm.
That's why she loves Christmas.
Her grandmother had been a professional opera singer.
Oh.
I tell you what, she marries a football player. I mean, that's got Hallmark movie written all over.
She doesn't need any money either.
Well, no,
1.1 billion. Right.
That's what she's worth?
right now.
You know, like if we talk bad about Taylor, that could get us to climb the charts because the Swifties would come after us hard. Mm-hmm. Probably harder than TikTok user 679er.
I think I met
I'd give it to
TikTok
her
user at the chow line at the company dinner.
Oh, do you want to share that or you want to wait that?
Instant awkward nervous sweat.
Yeah. That's a tough spot. Hey, good news is, though, Rabbit Roofing is going to tell us about the pause for the cause.
We'll be right back.
This pause for the cause is brought to you by Rabbit Roofing. Do you know when the last time your roof was replaced? Did recent storm damage cause you to lose some shingles? Are you interested in some gutter guards? Well, good news. Our buddy Zach of Rabbit Roofing can handle it all. Free estimates with a quality assurance and an experienced team, Zach and the fellows are able to get you the new roof you've always wanted. Whether it's replacing an old roof or putting the first roof on new construction, Rabbit Roofing is the company for you. Listen, we wouldn't recommend anyone that we didn't trust with our own roofs. I know Rabbit Roofing's been down to repair some spots for Big Mace, and I know Rabbit has taken care of a barn for my dad, and my dad's on the books for a new roof on the house. Rabbit Roofing is booked up for 2023, but now is the time to get on the books for the spring of 2024 and later. Don't hesitate. Give Zach at Rabbit Roofing a call today, 812-639-7268, and tell Zach the Dutchman sent you. Hey, and we're back.
Hey, thanks to Rabbit Roofing there.
Yeah, hey, our buddy Zach, he's
Hell of a guy.
He's
Who,
a
me?
big Zach Landerbrake.
Oh,
you're
yeah.
Big Mace. If you have a roofing need, Zach was like, man, he's like, make sure you tell your fans that get on the books for 2024. Yeah. I am booked spring of 2023, spring of 2024, but he will get out. He will get your roof measured. He will check it out. He will get you on the books to hopefully get you taken care of.
Kind of like our pal Blondebrush, too.
Yeah.
Book solid.
Yeah.
For window.
Great problem. Because we were like pushing like, hey, contact Blondebrush. She'll dial you up a nice window for the holidays. And she's like, I'm booked.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, well, hey, you know what? Marketing works with us here at the Wondering Dutchman podcast. So we are back into hour 2.
Tell us about it.
I wish I was more crafty.
Nope.
What do you mean?
Tell us about
our
friend-
hour 2 sponsor.
Oh, well, it's our buddies at Catering by Meyer. Hour 2 is brought to you by our friends at Catering by Meyer. They've been with us a long time, and we appreciate that. Deep down, we are foodies. We love to eat. It's not some big secret. Just ask TikTok user 679. He or she feels like we eat too much. Well, hell with TikTok user 679. You have a celebration coming up? Call Catering by Meyer. You have a holiday party coming up? Call Catering by Meyer. You have a wedding coming up? Yes. Please, call Catering by Meyer. Or hell, maybe you just want to have a little shindig to celebrate your life. Guess what? Call Catering by Meyer. Reach out today. The fellas at Catering by Meyer will meet every goal you set with delicious food and superb service.
All right.
Hey,
Good deal.
I tell you what, I still
Bubba
think
and
about
boys.
those wings.
God, dude. I don't even want to think about them because I just kind of start itching.
Yeah, get that itch.
Yeah.
Get that itch. Yeah.
Now, I want to talk about being more crafty.
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah. Real crafty. I burnt the piss out of my finger today
Yeah.
with a hot glue gun.
What were you making macaroni art?
Well, not necessarily. More like
He's bedazzling his favorite pair of jeans.
more like paper flowers.
Oh.
So we got this project going. It's called the disguise. Was it Turkey in Disguise?
No, is this through the street department?
No, it's
No,
from
it's school.
It's from school.
It was due this week.
Yeah, it's due tomorrow.
Oh, ours had to be in. It just said the week of. So
Yeah, so
ours
this
is already done.
tomorrow. Eleanor said it had to be done, so we did it. We did it this evening.
Of course.
Yeah, so it's a turkey, like a paper with a turkey on it,
Yep.
and then you have to build like a disguise for it.
Oh yeah,
I was gonna
William
say-
turned one of these in
I was
a
gonna
couple weeks
say,
ago.
Wild Bill should have had one to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, his was hiding in popcorn.
Oh,
there
seen
you
that
go.
on the old Google box. Eleanor's. Well, I did because I definitely Googled turkey in disguise. But I Googled up. Well, I did because I had
Turkey in disguise.
Eleanor was trying to explain to me what the consensus of this project was, and I'm like, honey, I don't know what you mean. She's like, well, we need pom poms, and I'm like, pom poms, like the cheerleaders use. And she said, no, pom-poms, like the little balls, like the pom-poms. I'm like, honey, the only pom-poms that I know about are what cheerleaders
I think
use.
she's talking about little prickly looking balls.
You're
Colorful,
right. You're
prickly
right.
looking little bastards.
Those little, like,
little prickle puffs.
you would, prickle puffs that you would glue onto like a
bird take hard.
yeah. So I then were like, oh, she wanted to do like a gumball machine.
Oh.
And I'm like,
Smart.
yeah, we're not doing that.
Oh.
We're
not
going to
gonna do
do
that.
something different. Turkey in disguise is what it was.
Oh, camouflage.
So we actually made a flower pot.
Oh.
Oh.
So when you
Terracotta or plastic?
well, it was
Terracotta.
supposed to look like terracotta. But when you go to the Holland PTO Fest this Friday, if you make it out, well, not only are the Wondering Dutchmen supplying the meat money, but
Have we?
yeah, we
Okay.
did. Yeah, it's been paid.
Yeah, because she's quit asking. So
Golly,
you're gonna get in trouble for that one.
love you, Jess.
I'm glad she gave us reminders or we'd have forgot.
God dang right we would have.
Now we didn't need one every day, every hour.
25 minutes. But so like all these.
Oh, there's Williams.
The popcorn. That's what I said. I Googled it up. So it's a photograph of a turkey that they have to color.
Yeah, no, we did it at home.
Yeah. So I finished. We did ours tonight, and I had the old hot glue gun out, and I had this whole can of paper flowers, and then like I don't know, guys. Like I just I think.
Did you enjoy yourself?
I did. Like that's the stupid
Spending time
part.
with the family.
Well, not only that, but just crafting, and then like watching Eleanor, like, yeah, do that one, or do this one, or do that flower, do this flower, and I'm like, usually Justine does that shit, like Evelyn made this huge presentation of like a guinea pig, like she had to pick a something and do like a basically almost like a demonstration speech that we had to do for Yonker and stuff like that, but this one was like you have a poster board and then like you blah, blah, blah. So it was like what it takes to be a guinea pig owner. So then they come up with a whole bunch
Do you have a guinea pig?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, he hangs out by
Right
the
next to
treadmill.
the lizard.
It's right next to the lizard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Treadmill's gone. It's out in the garage, out in the sweatshop out there. So if you want to come down and put some miles in this winter, when it's real cold, you come on down.
So anyway, I was talking to neighbor Doug, and
How is neighbor Doug?
good. And it hit me. I don't know what I was thinking about today, but I never saw an LP tank on his property. And so I shot him a text message. I said, "Are you all electric or do you have natural gas?" Because an old neighbor I had here told me that he always wanted natural gas, but not enough people on the block wanted it
Right.
because it's going down the highway. And he said, "Well, no, we're all electric, but when we build the shop, it's just across the highway. I think we're bringing natural gas in." I said,
Yeah.
"You give me a holler." Because it might cost me a little bit more in some months, but just having a monthly bill and
Oh,
not have to worry
so
about monitoring a tank
our-
level. 'Cause I'm going to have
our,
natural gas out here. I'm going to have front yard, backyard, because I'll switch orifices out on the damn Blackstone and just hook them into the ground.
Yeah. So we did. So our neighbor, there was right at the end of our road where it tees into the highway, built this gargantuous barn.
Yeah.
And he had a.
Does he live in there?
No. He had a.
Papa Frank asked, and I said, I don't
Big so there's like a high pressure main that runs along the highway.
Yep.
Well,
on,
then
on
they
the west or east side.
exactly yeah. So it's on the west side of it. It's on the other side of the highway. They bored under the highway, right?
Oh, well, a neighbor told me it was on the other side of the highway for us.
Well, yeah, maybe here.
Oh.
But I think over there, I don't really know what side it's on the highway.
Straight in the road.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. For me, I don't care. But there's a high pressure main down there on the highway, and they ran I think he said they ran a 2-inch main off of the big main up there, they capped it, line stopped it, and then run just a service line to his building.
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, if you guys can get enough people down your road or even your house, you and your neighbor, he said, you guys, we'll tie onto this main and run it back, and then you get 100-foot free from the main, which wouldn't benefit you.
No.
But for me, I'd be great. You know what I mean? You know, but
100-foot wouldn't do me much good unless I come down the county road.
for sure. But that's what I was saying. I told Justine the same thing. I said, yeah. But LP price is not too bad. It hasn't.
No,
been
we
recent.
just filled up and it
And
wasn't
you
bad.
definitely want to fill up in the summer. You definitely don't
Well,
want to
and
fill
I
up
think
now.
that's
Well,
the deal.
but
So the summer
We're on
fill,
a program. Yeah,
they just come out and
Yeah.
I get a summer fill and we come home and there's a ticket in the door.
Yep.
No big deal.
Same with us. They don't call.
But
They
we
don't tell
had
us.
2 years ago, we had a real cold winter. It wasn't last year, maybe the year before. And for whatever reason, I was like, oh, man.
Kill that son of a bitch. Well, don't
It's
swat
well,
it
that's
now.
fine. It's going to make a noise. It's fine. It'll be interesting to hear. Let's have him pick the noise. Next time he gets on a blue button, you just smash that bastard.
What? You've been staring at this guy for an hour.
Drive me nuts.
Are you highly allergic?
No, it's just driving me nuts.
Anyway, so I
Live.
that 2
Yeah.
years ago, whatever it
Frisky.
was, I just walked out because I wonder what the tank's at. Because we filled it up at the beginning of the summer.
7%.
Less. Like we were down like in the 0 bar.
I flipped out before.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh shit! Like
We've run out once in the summer.
Wow. Huh?
So I've got a gas water heater.
Oh.
And I shouldn't say summer. It was probably late spring. So they hadn't come and done the summer fill yet.
Yeah.
And Jenna's like, our shower's broken. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, all the water's cold. All these kids are taking showers. I was like,
Oh shit!
no, I bet we're out of gas. And it'd just be nice to not have.
Hey, didn't we start talking about crafts?
See, we're
it's
on
kind
the,
of a craft.
we're on
This is my favorite
I
type
do
of
too.
topic.
We're
Yeah.
on the spring. We're on the spring and fall fill up
Why?
because
We
we
need
have
to swap to the summer, bro.
Summer's
It's
the
so
cheapest
much
one.
cheaper in the summer.
time out before you go.
Okay.
We've got
Before you go.
LP heat,
Yeah.
and our appliances,
Yes.
and our hot water heater.
Oh goddamn! So you go through a lot.
So we don't use the electricity that you guys use.
True that.
But we
'Cause
use
that's
a lot
what
of
we,
LP.
we compensate. Like we have a gas furnace,
Yeah.
but then we compensate in the house where there's no central air with
Yeah.
super safe
Somebody told me that
space heaters
somebody told me that
that are
you
not
could do,
hooked into power strips.
that you could convert your air conditioner to LP.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody was telling me that.
I mean, they make refrigerators run on LP, so I wouldn't see why you
On
couldn't.
a camper.
I mean, or you can just buy one for off-grid living. It just takes 12 volts to run the fan to pump it through. But yeah,
Yeah. But somebody told me that because if I could get off electric and not have to pay,
so that's the thing.
Well, that's
I've been
just because
looking.
our electric provider is a bunch of
yeah.
CS and CS.
I wish we had our friends at the.
I
Now,
learned.
but your,
I learned
your,
last.
your
Saturday.
team does better for. They do net monitoring, not
Yes.
net
Net
whatever.
metering.
So you get dollar for dollar back for
Yeah.
solar.
Yes.
Where
well,
I'm
they
at-
did. Now the incentive's gone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So where I'm at, and they've got great
Thanks,
service,
thanks, Trump.
but
Oh,
got great
that's
service.
surely about green energy.
Just for the record, I didn't say a thing about green energy there.
But yeah, I think also that's the other reason I don't want to have a gas stove right now is the 500-gallon LP tank. Like we cook a lot, but if I just could have
Not a damn.
the
I wouldn't have guessed it. The house full of smoker
if I could
children.
Five
have the peace of mind to be able just to run it.
I tell you what, though, I have buddies that have natural gas, and you're talking about like they have everything plumbed in.
Yeah.
Like they have natural gas, like they got a generator, like
For sure. Why wouldn't
in
you?
the wintertime for storms and shit.
Yeah, why
Oh yeah,
natural gas. They have like grills that are plumbed in.
I would put
They have fire pits that are plumbed in. They have all kinds of cool shit. And I'm thinking, and natural gas is cheap.
I don't know if it's as cheap as LP. It probably is.
Oh,
or
God,
close.
yes.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Why do you think all these power plants are converting? Because it's so much cheaper.
Right.
But I'm just thinking, which we don't need to go there either, but I'm just saying, like, I would definitely do natural if I could get a lot of people back there to do it.
Like if me and neighbor Doug is enough for them to say, yeah, we'll bore under the highway, but you're paying for all your
is it
outlets.
community natural up here too?
No idea.
I'm sure it's
bet it
community
is,
natural.
yeah.
Like they're all running the same thing. But those old boys down here were like, hell yeah, man, we'll bring that son
I
of a
told
bitch all the
Jenna
way
today, I
back.
said, if we do it, though, we're going to have front yard and backyard tie-ins for grills, and I'll convert grills over. Obviously, the house, and we'll want one to the shop. Hell, I'd probably get a pool heater.
Oh,
I don't know if
we're
you could
living
do
high
that
on
for
the
an above ground pool that's uninsulated.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
It's not efficient.
I wouldn't think.
hog. But they're just it's
But
cheap.
back to my topic, I was saying,
Yeah,
like,
crafts.
being more crafty, and it's not necessarily just like scrapbooking and hot gluing, and
So I feel like my deer cooler project's crafty.
exactly, and that's what I'm saying. Like a friend of mine that was in my class at graduate, like he is a huge. I wouldn't necessarily call him a cobbler because that's more of like shoe stuff.
That's exactly shoe stuff.
Yeah, but like leather, like just leather work in general. You know, like making clothing out of leather, like making.
You know a guy that does that?
Yeah, hell yeah, I do.
I've
He's
been
made
wanting
me
to-
a bracelet, like all kinds of cool shit. And I think like that is definitely a craft. Say another dude that is like a woodworker. You know what I'm saying? Like a guy that's like really.
Now, see,
really
I
good
call
with-
both of those trades.
So that was my thing. I wanted to get there. What is the difference between a trade and a craft? Because
Yeah, and they are interchangeable if you use them in the right sentence, I guess.
right, and that was like so. Like you always think of a trade, you would say like, "Oh, I work in the trades." So you're thinking like
You want to
you're-
know how I was, and maybe I'm way off base here, but the way I always viewed it, I guess, is the barter system. Mm-hmm. And do I have a skill set that someone would give me money or something else valuable because I have that skill set? Now, to me, a craft is something that is not necessary.
Craft denotes skilled manufacture. Trade in this sense an occupation of exercising such a craft.
Okay.
If that makes any sense.
craftspeople or artisans, however, have a degree of skill that may or may not be what they chose to make a living with.
Yeah, a craft is a skill or art that requires creativity and practice to master.
Yeah.
A trade is a skilled job that requires specific
There you
training
go.
and knowledge.
A craftsperson or artisan isn't necessarily a tradesperson, but a tradesperson by definition is a craftsman and an artisan. So for me, I would think, like for me, I'm a laborer by trade,
Sure.
but my craft,
I knew I saw that little.
Bojangles, he's playing tricks on us.
I'm glad Bojangles can make it back for season 2.
But we have like
not.
for me, I know it's starting to anyway. Like by trade, I would be a laborer, but I would say but my craft would be
Pouring concrete.
working up deer or like something that you are skilled at that you enjoy to do, or like my craft would be fishing or something that you're knowledgeable.
But that would be a hobby. So what's the difference between a hobby and a craft?
I don't know.
See, that's another question there.
No, a hobby, my opinion, a hobby is something you do for self-fulfillment. A craft is something you would do for,
Monetary gain.
yeah, well, not necessarily monetary. Maybe you're trading, but for
Oh, hey, when I type "what's the difference," you know what the first hit on Google is?
what?
What's the difference between indica and sativa? I love it. Yeah, I don't know, man. I just like for me, I mean, like obviously you think craft, you think like scrapbooking and crochet and everything like that, but I don't think that.
I would. I throw songwriting or music in there with.
Yeah.
Something more for enjoyment.
We did a lot of craft shows. Do-it-yourself activities, which may combine several crafts, constitute a hobby only if it is approached as a leisure.
Okay.
Moreover, some do-it-yourself activities involve not so much creating something new, not a craft, as repairing or tinkering with something old, as in fixing a car or a washing machine.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Stacks up.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I wish I was really, really, really good at something that I enjoyed at the same time that I could potentially benefit monetarily from. I guess that's what I was saying. Like, if somebody wanted to pay me to disguise their turkey with paper flowers and
Pom-poms.
skewer sticks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I could start up, like, Smoke Mama with Fonzie Creations.
Yeah.
Fonzie.
Well, you know, with all, how do you say it?
Fonzie.
Fonzie Creations. You know, like stuff like that. You know, like that's cool. Really cool, actually. And she enjoys it.
Oh, for sure.
And she makes a little money at it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I think that would be neat as shit. You know, whether it would be,
So is this a craft for us?
yeah, but it's also a hobby. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't be
Some would
would it
say
be a
with our
trade?
record past of losing recordings, deleting things,
Definitely a hobby.
we've really not honed our craft yet.
Justine always says that this is the most inexpensive hobby I've ever had. And I agree.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with that.
I mean, it might be physically tolling.
It takes a lot of time, but every hobby does.
Right. But I mean,
Physically
like
tolling.
physically tolling. Like it's tough on our diet.
Well, not tonight.
I was down.
Yeah, I know.
I was down weight. My sugars were good.
I'm pretty tore up that we didn't have any glizzies to throw on the roller tonight.
Well, when I walked in and
I got a
Dave-
whole bag of. Okay, so just on that fourth wall, like I noticed it happened, and when I yelled a bunch of expletives out loud, you weren't out of your truck, but your truck was parked.
No,
Like,
I
it happened just as before you walked.
I heard you finishing it because
When I walked in the door and there was absolutely
Silence.
nothing happening.
Yeah.
Like no music.
Yeah.
No conversating.
Nope. That's how
Like
I walked
you could
into it.
Guys, I
literally-
was getting ready. Like I had just turned the TV on. I just hit delete. Like everything was going. I'm like, yeah. And I turned back around and the big like, this is a problem. And I was like, all because I got greedy for the 20 minutes that I didn't want to spend tomorrow because I was like, I'll get it done tonight.
Yeah, well,
I'm gonna have all day tomorrow.
Anyway,
yeah, happy.
I just wish I was
Crafts.
more crafty, man. That's all I
Yeah,
was
me too.
thinking
I
about.
think we all do.
That freaking mouse gets my beer.
No.
No.
I still like beer.
Bojangles likes vodka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my hour two.
Glizzy wrappers.
My hour two. This episode will air after my favorite holiday.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving. And I was just wondering.
Is it really?
Yeah. Thanksgiving's next week, pal.
No, I know that, dipshit. Is it your favorite
It
holiday?
is my favorite holiday.
Wow.
We talked about it last year.
Yeah.
I
Bold.
used to not, and some will find it weird that that it is my favorite holiday, but I think with Thanksgiving there's such a lack of expectation
Yeah,
of
dude.
gifts and
You're right.
sending and
This whole time of
giving and
year.
receiving, and honestly,
I hate gifts.
I feel like after Thanksgiving it's over, it turns into a complete and utter shit show.
oh look, he climbs right
What
behind
the
the
fudge?
2x4 up there. You
Oh,
can see
I
his
just
shadow.
saw that little.
Oh,
it's in the ceiling.
Yes, he's gonna go eat those wasp. Do mice eat wasp?
We've got to get this. We are bordering an infestation, boy.
It'll be good shape. Now, if he jumps down like SEAL Team 6, we're
would
gonna
be
have a freaking problem.
Awesome, dude. That would be awesome.
I will scream like a Kansas City bitch. I am telling you.
So anyway,
Sorry,
so
I bet nobody
I,
enjoyed that.
I like, but I like Thanksgiving because it's a true. You're gathering with friends and family, and
Just being thankful. You're not expecting.
yeah, and my whole life motto for the past, probably before that, mom passing, but like just to be thankful and grateful for the good and the bad because it makes you who you are, and we always, and it's something that we always at the Lindemann, and my wander was about any profound like Thanksgiving memories. It could be traditions that you have, but we always used to go around the table and Mom would make us, what are you thankful for?
Yeah.
And it's been tough the past few years, but it's one of those deals where, being thankful is a good thing. It's a mindset, and it's not just one day a year, but really, to me, I just love it. You don't have to go out and buy gifts. You can drink beer and watch football. You can eat good cooking
And take a nap if you'd rather.
Take a nap.
Tryptophan.
And there's not many.
You can't OD on tryptophan either.
No.
You cannot.
And there might not be, and this is the crazy thing, and I know we haven't gotten together on very many weekends where we haven't sat down and done this, but like Janelle and I both feel like there's a lot of,
We need to do a Friendsgiving.
well, we do, yeah. We spend a lot of time
we will
away.
do a Friendsgiving.
Yeah.
We spend a lot of time away, and it's nice to be able to be at home, be with the kids, the family. We go up to old Celestini for a little bit up there on her old family farm, and then we come, Papa Frank and help cook, and we, dinner down there. But, it's good. The kids run around, they play. They're not worried about opening anything.
Some
or
of my
somebody else has
some of my
something.
fondest memories were as a child going to Standale, and we would it was, when it was nice outside. The house was tiny, it was not big,
Yeah.
and we were a tight knit group. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? There was only a handful of us, so it's not like
That's
we were
the same way, like the Lindemann side. when
very
it-
small. You and I can relate to that a lot.
Yeah, and it's
we're-
weird
Yeah, it's
because-
not weird because
Well,
that's what we're used to.
Yeah, it's what we're used to, but I was going to say it was weird when Janelle and I first got together.
Oh, like I said
And-
last week, man. Justine's first freaking toy Christmas I went to, they had to rent the goddamn Martin County Fairground
Yeah.
Expo Center out.
And I
There's
just-
400 people there.
and I
you
and
know?
I and Janelle doesn't listen and watch the show, but I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate because
Everybody sits with their family groups. That's
Well,
how it was up there.
and my whole
you know?
theory of it is if these people you call family really gave a damn about you,
Yeah.
they'd see you more than twice a year here in the
Yeah,
next.
and when you go
month.
through the food line in a big event like that, somebody's serving your chicken, and I am not in on that. I want to make my own plate. You know what I mean?
Oh, I thought you were getting ready to say they tell you to suck it in, big boy.
Yeah,
That heifer.
but going down to Standale, and we always had the adults table that was in the kitchen.
Yeah.
There was a kitchen.
Yeah, hell yeah.
The adults sat at the adult table, and us kids, we'd sit at the kids table. And then after we were done eating, we'd go outside and play and throw the football and do whatever
Yeah.
the hell we would do, and then come back in for pie
Yeah.
at the end of it, and just the football game was going on, and if it was but transfer to it now, then after, unfortunately the way life works,
Yeah.
grandparents pass away and things change and we get older and new kids come in and this and that, then we transferred down to the fire station. Oh, Wild Bill would rent the meeting room out at the fire station, and then we had a integrated family
Yeah.
between my dad and my mom's family. So my aunt and uncle on my mom's side would come down, and then we would be cooped up in the fire station, but we would eat. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? The kids would be bored as shit, but we would have good times, see everybody, sift through Black Friday ads and whatnots and stuff. But
It is crazy to think. I saw a there was an ad for one of them, and they were talking about Black Friday pricing all month.
Rule
and
King,
I told Janelle,
Rule King came out right now.
I told Janelle
it starts tomorrow.
when
the
Janelle and I
16th.
first started first got together. I can remember her us leaving Mom and Dad's house after we had eaten Thanksgiving dinner because she was going to Black Friday shop with her mom and her sister-in-law.
No way.
And Jasper at when I don't know if there was a Kohl's
Midnight.
or whatever one of those Maurice's and it's
Maurice's.
it's
Yeah.
it was one of those deals where it was she goes yeah, I did it twice and I hated it, and I was like, we've never
My
been.
my aunt and my cousin on my mom's side, they have seen the fights and the screaming matches over TVs at Walmart at 2:00 in the morning.
No way.
They've been there. They've lived it. They've got that belt. And
Yeah.
I'm like, you guys
Are crazy.
nuts. No way, man. I'm out. I'm not doing that.
Dave, you got any profound Thanksgiving memories?
It's the same stuff you guys are all talking about, and not just to stroke your guys' egos, but I guess it's not Thanksgiving. It was probably New Year's Eve, but last year we had it was us, and then I think Krieg's and
Yeah.
Snyder's.
Yeah.
That's that I don't know. This probably doesn't fall in that. That definitely wasn't that. I'd never heard of a tree hop before. Until I got here.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
That's the thing here. And to me, I kind of throw that in with Thanksgiving because you're not expecting anything. You're just going to
Yeah.
Yeah, tree hops are
spend
good.
time with the people you appreciate.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's been a good year. Like the family's gotten bigger, but not like family wise. Like everybody says, don't do
The family.
you get to don't do business with friends. But I think where we lucked out here is that
Are you on drugs?
No, it's
You're staring off an awful lot.
No,
You
well,
need- hey,
it's
can
the
you lock
wasp.
in here?
It's the
Like,
wasp.
Good God,
and then I
ADD.
saw the mouse come down.
You know,
Saw
I have
Bojangles.
ADD like bad. Like
Yeah.
I have ADD terribly bad. But today, you're winning it. You're winning.
Well,
But anyway, what I was driving on my heartfelt son of a bitchin' thing
Before it was railroaded by this damn mouse back
was
here.
I think we lucked out because we weren't like the best of friends before the podcast. We were just buddies, I'd call it.
Yeah.
Like,
Where are we at now, though?
you guys are like the family.
Yeah.
Like, you guys.
We're in.
we're in.
We made it.
So I think
it.
we.
We're
I
here.
think that's
Yeah.
where we broke the algorithm.
Love you guys.
Is we didn't try to do something like, oh, this is going to make money. We're like, hey, I like to drink. You like to drink.
Yeah.
I like to talk. You like to talk.
Yeah.
People like to watch people drink and talk.
Well,
Did we just become best friends?
Yep.
and on
I'm
that,
not doing karate in your garage, though.
I'll do karate.
Our
in your
big
garage.
asses ain't doing karate anyway.
Nowhere.
Yeah. I think, well, I just want to finish a couple memories, and then we can go on that tangent about why we do this, but because I know where it's going to go to. But we had, this is crazy. I can remember, I think it was either my dad or mom. We were getting ready to slice the turkey, or they're cutting up something and slice the shit out of his thumb. I think it might have been dad
shit.
or mom. But we had, this is a crazy, this one is crazy.
I did that on Christmas a couple years ago. Opened one of the kids'
pocket
boxes.
knives. I did it when I got my Leatherman, like real nice leather pouch Leatherman,
yeah.
and I got that knife out. That some bitch didn't mind cutting my thumb.
No. I bought a new knife at More for Less today, a paring knife, and cut the shit. Oh, look at that! That was almost the topic tonight. Like,
As employee of the month.
am I the only one that cuts their shit, cuts themselves 20 times a year?
That's probably, but clumsy a little bit. So we had, I was 21 at the time, and mom and dad had moved the washer and dryer downstairs. Mm-hmm. They were doing a remodel, kitchen remodel, moving the laundry room, how their house is set up now. And
you can say our.
what's that?
You can say our house.
Yeah. So I just remember it was either my younger brother, and I know it was my younger brother, screaming at the top of his lungs that mom fell down the stairs. Mom was carrying a laundry basket down, and I don't know what happened, but like I come to, and he's down there looking at her, and I'm sitting at the top of the stairs, and mom was laying there, and like I called dad, like, hey, mom's falling down the stairs, and it was just like they come flying home, and mom, luckily, thank God, she was okay. Like it was no issues, and we laugh about it later. Like, Dad, I think I saw Corey push mom down the stairs. Of course, he didn't appreciate it, but we laughed about it later. But that's one of those memories, like where it was something bad that luckily nobody got hurt. I just remember like waking up like from that hungover stupor because I was probably out the night before.
Are we doing that again this year? That's next week.
Yeah, we're doing it.
After we get done recording? Because that's what we did last year.
Egats.
That's what I told Jenna. We're just going to go down for wings. I'll be back in an hour. And then Rabbit Roofing brought me home.
4:30 in the afternoon the following day.
But, because that's what made me chuckle about this. Not that mom fell down the stairs, but the memory of, but you know what I mean? Like, we remember it,
God
like
rest her soul.
the panic of it, and then just like, oh, she's okay. And then like sitting down to eat Thanksgiving, like, what do you think before? I'm like, well, I'm glad I didn't push mom down the stairs like Corey did, but yeah, so the tangent to go off to this, when we talk about doing this podcast and Thanksgiving and being thankful for a lot of things, and we did episode 152, and we hosted a couple events where we hopefully thanked a lot of people for
for sure.
what they do, and you can do as many different things as you want, and be a part of as many different things. But it kind of reminds me like when we talked to Todd. This isn't a business for us. It's not a business. It's not ever been about a business. And I think you can do and put together all the people in the world you want to, but you can't fake the chemistry. You can't fake the friendship aspect of it. You can't fake that. And that's the thing, like, where people are like, well, how does it work with you guys? It's like, you got Big Mace, you got Smoke, you got you. You guys are 3 different freaking personalities. But it's entertaining. Sometimes things drag on. Sometimes things go longer than they should.
Like this one.
But then there's other times where we just laugh and chuckle and nobody will understand why because it's inside joke. But, you know, I do. We need to do a Friendsgiving. We need to just, you know, fire up the fake fireplace, clean off all this shit, throw
Put a
some
big
pizza.
spread out on there.
Man.
Throw some pizzas out here, let the kids run around.
Fire up karaoke.
Yeah, and just have a day. Have a day of it. But, yeah, I love Thanksgiving. Big fan of it. Now, shout out to McKenna in our office. She's a big, like, Halloween ends and Christmas decorations go up.
Oh.
There is 3 trees up in my house right now.
Yeah, so I'm in the Christmas spirit.
3?
Not decorated, but up and lit.
Holy
Your
shit.
front yard's not
I seen
lit.
a picture of a turkey, blow up turkey that like was
It's like choking out Santa Claus.
choking out Santa Claus, and it says, "Wait your turn, big boy." You know what I mean? I appreciate
But
that.
so our office has been decorated in Christmas, but I pulled one over because I'm going to see if she listens to this. So she had told me her plan, Bojangles, is right above the Monster Energy.
I see it.
Yeah, Bojangles
I
looks
wish I had a
good.
blowgun.
You'd miss, and then you'd...
I would not miss. I'm a.
Hey, Bojangles. Hey, bud. So
I
anyway,
watch that thing fall out.
Speak mouse, please.
yeah. And so she had told like the whole plan of decorating the office. And I was like, you know, I was playing the Bah Humbug character. Like, Bah Humbug, you got to wait till after Thanksgiving. So there was one day we were working, there was something going on in the office. So I pull up Bing Crosby's White Christmas and just start blaring it. And I started laughing and I go, I got first here in this Christmas spirit. She goes, what are you talking about? And I said, hey, never tell your enemy what you're going to do. You had all these plans. You plan. I'm just going to pull it up, start singing. So we listened to Christmas music the rest of the day.
Heck yeah.
But I beat her at her own game. Smoke, what you got?
Oh,
What?
yep.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I had to think about it. I don't have it in front of me. Where do you guys stand? What's your nose hair strategy? And I'm going to tell you what, because I get these little curb feelers.
What's your fondest Thanksgiving memory? Hey, what do you do with your nose hairs?
I didn't know what yours was going to be because I am the one that first
You send
filled
out
it out.
the show notes. Why don't you check back in on them?
Well, I do, but I didn't know what yours was going to be when I put mine in there. All I'm
make this
saying
up.
is I get these curb feelers, right? And then they tickle my mustache and then I sneeze. But I got these nose hairs that are attached. They're directly attached to tear glands.
To your brain.
Like, and I pull one, and the eyes water. It just happens. Whatever nostril I'm on, if I pull a nose hair, that corresponding eye will tear up. And about 2 years ago, Jenna started waxing my nose hairs.
Oh, for God's sake.
She waxes your nose hairs?
Oh yeah. And it's tough because every time I get like
What
an
about your
ingrown-
sack?
No. Now,
What about
see,
your back?
guys? I was born to be a swimmer
What about your taint?
because I don't. I tell you what, you could
Does
get
she wax your toes?
no, but I'm telling you,
Hey,
you could
Frodo.
get one of those.
Time for a trim.
You could get one of those grade school abacuses. You know what I'm talking about? The colored beads, the counters.
At what?
An abacus,
Okay.
the
Just
counting
look it up.
board. I feel like you could get one of those and count every hair on my body below my shoulders. I just ain't got that much hair anywhere.
Is that right?
This beard is shitty as hell. It's been growing since 2013.
That's tough.
And some
You've
yeah.
never trimmed it.
Oh, I trim it here and there, but not as much as you'd think.
Yeah.
I probably got 7 hairs between both my armpits. You know, it's just
You don't have armpit hair?
Not much, no.
Wow.
I told you I was born to be a swimmer.
We could go back and look at the Legion security footage.
I
from
wear
last
an
week.
ass. Justine always says I have like an ass sweater. You know what I
Really?
mean? Like the back of my legs and everything. But like my dad, you'd swear to God that old fucker shaves his legs. Like I was like, Dad, where's your leg hair?
Oh, I get that.
I don't know, just don't ever grow. And I'm like, what the hell? That's wild.
And I'm a light-haired guy, so any hair I do have, you can't hardly see.
Yeah.
Justine,
Tough spot.
my wife,
Has a hairy back?
God, no, she does not. Freaking weirdo. Not dressing, marrying the hairy backed wife. No, good God Almighty, you animal. I was going to say before I was
Rudely
railroaded
interrupted.
my wife has this. I got to tread lightly here, like Dr. Pimple Popper.
Yeah.
She has this innate lust for plucking
So does Jenna.
ear hairs,
Any hairs. If
Nose
Jenna sees one
hairs,
that looks out of line from the other ones.
eyebrows, blackheads. Like it's terrible. Like she would be a what they call a esthetician, I guess is what they do. Like
yeah.
like the facial type people that like pluck hairs and what are you smiling about?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Facially.
I'll be goddamn.
No, I'm just thinking about
No
how
way.
I don't.
My nose hair trimmer. So I don't have a nose hair trimmer, but I know somebody who does. And
Mine got burned up. Now, I do have nose hairs, and it just burned up. It couldn't handle it.
too tough.
Well, I don't know.
They got
Too much use.
Too
I think.
grainy.
No, they're fine.
Your
like the
hairs
rest
are
of
too
me.
grainy, too coarse.
Yeah, I don't know.
You got a big flock of curlies hanging out of your nose there.
That's a tough
Now
spot.
I do. I've noticed that sometimes, like when I go in for a big booger pool, like I'll get one hung in the hair there.
Oh, when you get one of them cornflake nose boogers that
good
grabs all
grief.
the hairs.
Look at Casey. Look at this big pussy. Look at it. Look at this big pussy. Look at
Buddy,
it.
if mice could fly, I'd be doing it too.
I don't know why.
Oh,
you think
you'd
it's
never
funny.
make it in Vietnam, boy. I guarantee you that.
No, hell no, I
That's
wouldn't.
turkeys and fucking skeeters flat-footed, you know. Anyway, I just well, it would be skeeters doing turkeys flat-footed. I think is what really how it goes.
Skeeters could flat foot a buzzer.
That's right. Put a saddle on that son of a bitch.
Hey, I had a chicken hog with my truck today.
That's terrible.
Anyway,
Because we went to Chicken Hawk. So
I just I don't have a nose hair puller or trimmer, but I think I would need one. And then like the ear hairs, like the
I don't get ear hairs too
oh
bad.
heaven forbid, I got
yeah,
ear sweaters, bud. Justine, she's all about it. I was sitting. This is terrible. I may or may not have been getting ready to make a deposit the other day, and I was trapped. Does your wife ever come in the bathroom when you're getting ready to go?
Oh, Jenna
you
will
mean
not.
poop.
Huh?
You mean poop?
Yeah.
So this is because of the regular.
That's how Justine and I knew that we were literally going to be married forever. It was very early on. Very, very early on. Before we even had moved in together.
So you were living in sin.
Well, no.
They were pooping in sin.
No, I was
Pooping
not. We were not pooping together.
Oh,
You
But
don't
like I would have to go to the bathroom or I think it actually all started where at my parents' house
yeah.
there was only one bathroom. And I had to go take a shower.
Yeah.
She was in the restroom or I was in the restroom, vice versa. And we were on a time crunch.
Oh,
And I'm
so
like, hey,
multi-purpose or
Yeah, like, hey,
multitasking.
just give me a minute, I'll be done. No, we need to go now. You know, so she would come in and shower, or I would come in and shower, vice versa, or whatever. And I'm like, is it weird that like
Yep.
we're okay with that? It is?
No, I don't.
Jenna and I don't do that now.
So in the morning, like while Janelle's getting ready, because I poop before I shower in the morning.
Yeah.
Like she's
'Cause
got
if you
no
poop after your shower, you're an absolute animal.
Yeah, she's got no qualms with it. Like she just like it's just like anything else.
Justine
talk
gets
about her
really
days.
mad if I have to poop like while she's trying to get dressed in the morning. Like it's terrible.
Yeah, I don't.
Anyway,
But I
was trapped the other day because I was on the John. And then all of a sudden she's like, oh my God. You look like what is, like, look at so I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, your ear hair is out of control. Like, you could braid them bitches. So she gets in the medicine cabinet and gets these lethal pink death tool tweezers out. And I'm stuck. Like, I can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, I've got a
Just got to embrace the suck.
I've got a dirty butt.
Eat
I can't
shit
just
sandwich.
get up and run,
You
so
gotta eat.
there I sat, and
Estering in it and getting your ear hair.
just getting my ear hairs plucked, and it was terrible, and I hated every second of it, and I don't like that.
Yeah, so I don't like when it comes to nose hairs. Like, what I'll do is I'll just do kind of like
You got a hell of a sniffer on you, so I'd imagine that
I'll just
gets
kind of
some.
check, and then I'll just kind of come in here at this angle and I'll just pluck them.
Oh,
So that's I was doing that
savage.
today, but like what threw me
don't-
off is like I was pulling out like
I don't tear up like a
bunches.
baby back.
I
bitch.
was.
I don't think I can get any though. Like, I sit here and
I got
there's
3 of
one.
them right now.
Yeah, never mind. I can. Yeah.
So yeah, I just pull them out like that. Now the ear hair thing, I'll usually try to take the trimmer and get them but I don't like, now that it's winter. Like, I won't touch my beard until it's baseball season.
Are you guys big no shave November guys?
I'm a no shave ever guy. Like I just don't shave that.
I shaved.
I
45
trim
minutes
above my lip
an hour ago.
just because I eat my mustache and I don't like it.
Yeah, especially because it's soup season. Even though we canceled soup season.
Hey, I made a soup tonight. Son of a buck.
Stop. We can't talk about it.
Tortellini soup.
Ooh, that's good stuff.
God,
Good stuff. Cheese tortellini.
Yeah,
Atta
it was
boy.
fire, dude.
So I'm surprised.
Bussin'.
The fact that you would wax your nose hairs throws me for a real loop.
I heard a
Dave.
story. I heard a story the other day about some intoxicated fun that happened at a local place, maybe in town here,
Okay.
that involved some ass waxing.
Oh boy.
Oh,
I don't think I could do it.
you don't think you could wax your cheeks?
I don't think I could get my ass waxed. I think it would.
I'd
hurt.
have a hard time having somebody stare down my starfish.
Well, no, not your hole, like your cheeks and the crack. Like, I'm not going to get Jesus Christ.
Dave's got a photo shoot where he's going to spread his cheeks like
Yeah.
Pacacho.
Hey, after we get the wax done, go ahead and get the bleach. Get the bleach out.
We'll bleach that son of a
I'm
bitch.
planning on doing some perineal sunning
my
tomorrow,
gosh.
and I just didn't want the highway people to be able to see my chocolate.
Oh, look at him! Look at him!
Oh, he's climbing the
What a
sign.
freaking acrobat we got here.
You just go
Guys,
by
this has been a
161.
banger.
and
Where we at here?
Dave
We
got his
are
legs
at-
hanging over his shoulders.
Hey, you go ahead and lead us into that. I'm going to go check this mouse situation.
Okay, so
Good God.
a
2
new-
weeks in a row.
new segment alert, Big Mace. New segment alert. So we in season 2 wanted to turn a little bit over to our fans to enjoy, to have some say in it. Because,
Give them a little skin in the game.
yeah, and so last night I posted a little bit about a new segment alert. The fellas and I are really enjoying season 2 so far. So much so that we are always interested in trying new things. What we want to do is have a people's wander. All you need to do is post a wander or thought in the comment section below that you want us to discuss. We will pick a random winner and discuss on the show. And then I mentioned the Dear Dutchman advice. We didn't get anything for Dear Dutchman. It's a segment that we love, and we want people to send us whatever you need advice on. We can help. But anyways, the random winner's not hard to pick because it was our dear friend and the only one to comment. A lot of people liked. I mean, when you look at the insights of it, over 1,100 reach, 1,100 impressions, 33 post reactions, comments, shares, 57 total clicks. Only one person commented.
Unreal.
Yeah. So maybe we
Step it up, Wanderers.
we read the instructions next time
Yeah.
to comment. And so our winner, Miss Ashlyn Kelly,
Yes.
married to Kelly Automotive's
The wizard.
own.
Wizard.
He is a wizard.
Car whisperer.
Car whisperer.
Friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
Big buddy of mine.
Big buddy of yours.
Mr. Kyle Kelly.
Kyle Kelly. Shout out to Kyle. But Ashlyn here, top fan. Here it is. Smoke's back in the room checking that mouse so he can hear me. Knowing what you know now, but rewinding the clock 20 years, what is one decision or choice you would make differently? So if you rewind 20 years, that would make you 16. That'd make you 20, Dave.
19.
Okay. And that would make me 16. So what's one decision that you would make differently?
I'd have went to college. I'd have went to college hands down. I don't give a damn if it would have been for... I would have went to college for probably like something cool, like a 4-year degree, to where like I would have had to work, and I would have probably failed miserably and wasted a shit pot full of money because I probably couldn't have handled the freedom and glories that come with college. But I would have tried to have gone to college and maybe, experience that. I mean, my girlfriend, my current wife, my girlfriend, she went to college a lot. She was a big college person. And, I always tell people that I went to IU for 5 years and never went to a class. But, like, actually living there and having some skin in the game, I probably would have went to college. I think I would have.
Smoke?
Especially in that time of my life. Wouldn't change a thing. There's not one thing everything set me up to be exactly where I am today, and I can't.
God, what's it like to have lived a perfect life?
When
it's
you
not
think about
perfect,
it,
but it is. It's definitely blessed. Like it could have gone a lot of different ways, and maybe that's why I wouldn't change anything. Like there's a lot of I look back, especially at that time of my life. I look back and
a lot of adversity.
Well, walking a tightrope, like anything, any little stumble or stagger one way or the other, I feel like I could have ended up being in prison the rest of my life or dead under a bridge by a river.
Wow.
And somehow, I just lucked out to be on the right rope that got me to where I needed to be.
And now you hang out with us.
Yeah, I wouldn't change a single second of it.
I think for me, I think I took life pretty serious then, which is probably no surprise for anybody. And I don't think it was like that on the outside. I don't think it was on the outside. I think on the outside, I was probably pretty laid back, easy to get along with.
I got one more.
Okay.
Finish his.
Yeah, finish yours.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you got one more, pal. But I think that would be it. Just just chill a little bit more. Mm-hmm. I think
Lighten up.
Well, and I think I was wired to
Smell the flowers.
the expectations in the house were high. You didn't.
Well, sure.
You didn't misbehave. You got good grades, and you did what you're supposed to do. And I don't think there's any wrong way of growing up with that. But I think when you came up short in some areas,
dude. Look at you now. Like that. Yeah.
What?
It worked.
It worked. I mean, I'm not going to disagree. But I think the one, and it's not a regret. I loved my time at the University of Evansville.
You could be a turd ditch digger like me.
Yeah, it's true. I love my time at the University of Evansville. If one of my children wants to go to the University of Evansville, I support it wholeheartedly. But I wish I would have had a little bit of the big school experience.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Being in a college town, having all these options to go do things. I was fortunate enough to go, party in Bloomington a few times, be in Indy for some of that stuff. And I just think that would have been great. But I also was the same one that my mom and we went on a college visit up to IU. And when we parked 6 miles away from we needed to go to.
What's the law school called? What's the school up there called?
Where I went? It's
at IU.
Meyer. They've got Meyer and McKinney.
Okay.
Yeah. I wasn't smart enough to get into Meyer. Maybe had a shot at McKinney, but Meyer they would use my information for toilet paper. But the funny thing of it is I say that, and then in the same thought, Mom and I went up to IU, and we parked way in the boonies to walk to a building to meet with a professor because he thought, you could schedule these campus visits. And when I saw like a city bus dropping off kids, and kind of asked my mom, like, what the hell is this all about? She's like, well, they probably live somewhere. And I was like,
Oh, yeah.
there's too many freaking people. And so, like,
Oh, yeah. Justine, they rode the bus.
yeah. So very blessed that, Evansville was the right fit. It was small. I had a lot of fun. But I think if I would have been at IU as a freshman, sophomore, there's no way.
Yeah.
Because I did it.
Wild.
I went hard at Evansville.
In the paint.
I went hard in the paint. But I couldn't imagine up there. So those were the two things. You said you had one more?
Well, I wish I would have paid a little bit more attention to Wild Bill and the wood shop. Because then that could have played into my craft thing.
Yeah, for sure. That's true.
Like I really do.
Yeah.
I really wish I could have
So,
done that.
hey, Ashlyn, congratulations. You're the first one there. That's the public wonder.
We'll give her a trophy.
for sure.
Yeah, we'll get her something. We
We
invited
really
her
got to
everything.
follow through with this. We're going to give them stuff things.
Well, I got to work on that. The bad thing of it is like the winners of shirts weren't like 2X size. So
Yeah, we should have put that stipulation in there. You got to be a
we
big
got to
one.
wear a 2X. We actually have a 6X tall. And I
Are
think
you serious?
Yes.
Well, I'll take that.
You don't wear 6X tall.
I know, but I mean, maybe I could wear it as a nightie.
Well, that's what I was going to say. If we had a lady that listened to the show that wanted it as like a nightgown shirt,
It's one hell of a lady.
it's gonna be
Behemoth.
it's gonna be big
I
on her.
love it.
Now, daggone it, ma'am. I know you were just typing that you'd take it. We love you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Ashlyn, thank you for submitting that. Next week we'll do the same thing. Hopefully, we get a little bit more comments, but we'll go from there.
I
So,
think that was a good one.
yeah. Anyways, Merkley and Sons Choice Cuts question of the week for the fellas is on now. Welcome to Merkley and Sons Choice Cuts questions of the week for the fellas, sponsored by Merkley and Sons. Guess what, Smoke?
What's that?
They're the ultimate destination for meat enthusiasts. I know you guys aren't going to believe this, but I had a dream the other night. What? Quite unusual, but I remember the details of this one vividly. I was down at the ballpark. Warmer weather was upon us, and all was right in the world. It was in between games down at Southside Park, coaching, managing, leading the young men, future leaders of the Raider baseball program, and I decided to get me something to eat. I head to the concession stand and ask for a burger. Smoke,
Tell me.
you want to know what they handed me?
What'd they hand you?
It wasn't a hot, delicious Merkley seasoned patty.
Oh, no.
I woke quickly in a cold sweat with an uneasiness. What a nightmare. But good news, I'm stocked with Merkley seasoned patties, and I'm throwing some on the grill ASAP. Get yours today. It won't be long, and we'll all be back at the Diamond. Big thank you to our friends at Merkley and Sons, Bradley and John Boy. They keep giving away the farm, did the big bacon sale. I mean, these guys, I just hope they,
I'm
maybe
kind of having withdrawals from bacon.
I'm having withdrawals from the Merkley boys.
Me too.
we need to get them. We need to figure that out. We need to get that
Soon.
figured out, which I think this will be interesting to see because Dad tomorrow, I think they've got bacon ends and bits on sale again.
Oh,
And Dad's like, we need to go over there. And I was like, we get back from PT, he'll take you over there. Because he always says, there's no such thing as Bradley and John Boy. I'm like, yeah, Dad, they exist. They're real people.
yeah.
So watch tomorrow be the one day that Bradley takes off. He's not here. And then it'll all work out. So our questions, in the first time in show history, we have a back-to-back week from a singular household.
Oh, my.
Oh, yeah.
Last week, we did our buddy Chad Wortman. Well, we didn't do him. We did his questions. Just wanted to clarify that for anybody in case you're wondering. But this week, definitely the better half of that relationship. Definitely the prettier half of that relationship. Fan of the program, great artist, sponsor of this podcast in hour one, Miss Elizabeth Wortman of Blondebrush.
Yeah.
So from Blondebrush, here we go. Tacos, hard shell or soft shell?
Soft.
Soft.
Soft. Edo's chips, Cheetos, Fritos, or Doritos?
Doritos.
Doritos.
I like. If I'm more apt to eat one, probably Doritos. But I will say that I don't mind Cheetos, and I don't.
See, my segment would be a Fritos, and then you throw chili cheese Fritos in there.
Game over.
the honey barbecue ones.
The flavor twist.
Yeah, those are delicious too. She asked chicken wings, boneless or traditional, but we know
Situation.
situational. French fries or potato wedges? That's a tough one.
Not for me.
French fries.
French fries.
If you go to a gas station and get you a good thing of potato wedges,
JoJo's is what we call them back home.
JoJo's.
Like the wedge you call it, JoJo?
Mm-hmm.
That has nothing to do with the price of
Just
milk.
type in
cans.
JoJo's.
We call them tatey wedges.
Just type in JoJo's and you'll see
Potato
pictures
wedges,
of potato
for sure.
wedges.
What?
Nachos or potato chips?
Huh?
Nachos or potato chips?
That's situational for me. Because sometimes I just want a potato chip, but sometimes
You like the nachos loaded up with everything in the kitchen sink.
and I'm assuming we're talking about the stuff you make at home when it's shredded cheese, some salsa, some sour cream, a little bit of Cholula.
Yeah, sure.
Like if
Whatever
you
your
want to watch
nachos
a
are.
movie,
Yeah.
Situational.
Situation.
Yeah, I agree. Situational. This is a tough one here
No potato wedges, huh?
because it's kind of like picking which child's your favorite.
Oh, tough.
Merkley meats, Merkley bacon, or Merkley breakfast sausage.
Bacon, no problem.
Bacon.
Yeah, me too.
The
Yeah.
only reason because I make my own breakfast sausage and I'm a little partial to it. Nothing against theirs.
Oh boy,
I just
shots fired. Hey, how'd you guys lose that Merkley sponsorship? Well, Dave cursed your sausage. There we go. Liz, thank you. Blondebrush,
for sure.
thank you. We appreciate it. You're always welcome in the lounge anytime you want. I guess you can bring Chad with you if you have to.
that extends to the whole workman household there.
Well, we got to get our caricatures hung somewhere.
Last weekend I had high expectations. I was going to do a lot, and I sat on my ass
he
all
says,
weekend. And I loved
the
it.
lounge is getting a little dumpy. We might be able to clean it up.
Yeah.
I like it dumpy.
Anyways, those are the Merkley and Sons Choice Cuts questions of the week for the fellas. Brought to you by Merkley and Sons, obviously the destination for meat enthusiasts. And we wrap it up with our friends at Hopf Outdoor Power.
That's right.
The Last Pass is proudly brought to you by our friends at Hopf Outdoor Power. The fellas have been active on their social media accounts, pushing out hot deals that won't last long. Hopf Outdoor Power works hard to be your one-stop shop for sales, service, and parts. Keep a close eye on their social media accounts. Jared and the boys are posting great deals all the time. And there is one thing that we have noticed. Those great deals aren't lasting very long. You have to act quick or you're going to miss out. Also, and I hate to bring it up, but right now is the time to be getting your tractor, mower, or utility vehicle ready for those long winter months. Whether you are preparing to move snow or just parking it for the winter, head over to the service desk today to get your equipment protected for the winter. Thank you to our friends at Hopf Outdoor Power. This last pass, we take one more pass around the table. Right. Any final thoughts? Anything that we need to say? We open it up to the Orange Hat Brigade, the man in camo with the mustache, Mr. Zachary David Masner.
Enjoy Thanksgiving. Hopefully you had a good Thanksgiving because this comes out Black Friday, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so hopefully everything went great. Hopefully you got some meat on the ground. Hopefully everybody had a safe opening day of firearms season here in Indiana. Stay tuned, boys and girls, because I heard a little rumor that there might be a Christmas merch store.
It's probably already open by the time they're listening to this.
Yeah, hopefully it is.
I can cut that out if not.
Yeah.
I think I think we're on target, on task, on time.
Yeah. So if you're listening to this, head on over to the link in the description and check out some of our Christmas
special.
Merry Christmas options, and those will be cool. And other than that, that's all I got. Can't wait for the holidays. Can't wait to deer hunt.
You know, we kicked off the show, and I was in a piss-poor mood, and I said I had a shit week because it was about 9 minutes after the disaster struck, and I made a dumbass move. We all know that now because you've been watching this episode. But wasn't a terrible week. My boy got his first bow kill.
That's right.
Caused a lot of extra work. Now I'm building a walk-in cooler this weekend, so I never have to worry about it again. Going to be awesome. Work was work. Play was play. Didn't get near enough choring done because last weekend I vegged out, and it was great. Mm-hmm. And just like I said in episode 203, even on a night I don't want to be here, 7 or 10 minutes in, I'm keyed in, I'm ready to go because of you two funny SOBs. And that's just how it went tonight. So thank you for your daggone good company.
Love you.
By the way, to know how bad it was, not only did I offer to like, hey, maybe we don't record
the
tonight,
first thing I said when I came in was like, hey, do you want me to go home? Like, do we just need to quit?
and Dave goes, no.
When are we going to record?
Yeah, how are we going to get this done?
Right now. Right now.
We're just going to just buckle up.
You're going to change your attitude, Mr. Davis?
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, guys, that you had to experience that. For
Oh, it's not the first time. No
I
big
know.
deal.
Well, I feel like this might have been the worst one. Oh, really? God.
I don't know.
What you got, big boy?
Too stressed, too blessed to be too stressed to be blessed. Yep,
Too
there
blessed,
it goes.
Too blessed to be stressed.
Yeah, there's the truth. Cat out of the bag. Too blessed to be stressed. Very thankful. Love Thanksgiving. Gonna sit down and enjoy. I think the youngest brother's headed west across the Mississippi. We'll be at home. The oldest and his family in Ohio will be with us, and the crew here, and really look forward to it. I love it every year. A lot to be thankful for. A lot to be thankful for. And don't just like mentally think, well, I'm very thankful for that. Verbalize it to other people. Yeah. Let people know. Especially.
I'm thankful for you.
Thanks, buddy. I'm thankful for you too.
Thankful for you.
Yeah. Likewise, fellas. But I just, things have. You ever have those moments where you're like, man, things are going pretty good. What's going to screw up?
Yeah.
And that's like legitimate. Yeah, there you go, Dave. But that's sometimes how I've felt this past week. Adventures of getting my MBA. I aced a leadership exam.
Nice.
Exam 2.
Shocker.
No surprise on that. Great leader. Learned a lot from the class.
And humble.
That's part of it. So I can't stress it enough. We appreciate your support. The biggest thing I'm thankful for is that we have people that tune in, that watch, that listen, that comment, that share, continue to share.
I think that's the coolest thing ever is the people that don't normally comment, the people that don't really, like you would never think, listen religiously, and you don't run into them a lot. And then when you do run into them, they're like, oh, hey, by the way, that segment when you guys were talking about da-da-da-da, and they're like, no shit.
paying attention.
You listen.
Well, I ran
I think that's
into
the cool
Logan, who you work
Yeah.
with his dad. I got pizza last night. Had a meeting in town. I told him, hey, I'll meet you out at Dad's because, bringing the grandkids over to say hi to Papaw as he recuperates. And I turn around. She goes, oh, one of the Dutchmen. And I was like, she must have seen it on my face because she was like, you don't. She's like, oh, I'm Logan's wife. We met at the gas. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, like,
yeah.
you should have known. Like, apologize. Like, yeah. So shout out to them. Big fans of the show. But keep sharing, keep subscribing. Head on over to YouTube. Keep doing it. We are dropping so much content. We are dropping like these individualized segments from the episodes are getting dropped. So if you don't have 2 hours to give us 15 minutes. Give us 16 minutes.
Yeah, pick a segment and take a listen.
We're dropping in the shorts, which are funny little outtakes. We've dropped them on Facebook too. But like our YouTube, I don't know how much, if they're Dave, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know how much like hours worth of content there is to watch, but there's a lot.
Yeah, there's
You get, like, I think our episode 1 has over 2,000 views, which is cool.
Oh, it's
So-
more than that.
Well, I mean, I know it, but
Yeah.
that's on the 2K. So head on over to YouTube. There's a ton of stuff there. We need to do a better job of sharing that stuff out on Facebook and Twitter and all that good stuff, but it's there. We're working hard with it. We're just a 3-man band, but this is the best damn band in the land.
Amen.
And with that, we're thankful for you. Till
Happy
next time,
Thanksgiving.
Dutchman out.